Rode here on the bus, now you're one of us. It was magic hour. Counting motorbikes on the turnpike, one of Eisenhower's. Live your life on a merry-go-round. Who starts a fire just to let it go out? If I saw you on the street, would I have you in my dreams tonight? If I saw you on the street, would I have you in my dreams tonight? Tonight. On the lead guitar, said you wrote a word in the waking hour. Inflorescent light, antisocial lights, water wilting flower. Live your life on a merry-go-round. Ruby to wall just to let it fall down. If I saw you on the street, would I have you in my dreams tonight? If I saw you on the street, would I have you in my dreams tonight? Tonight. If I saw you on the street, would I have you in my dreams tonight? Tonight. If I saw you on the street, would I have you in my dreams tonight? Tonight. Don't sit by the phone for me, wait at home for me, all alone for me. Your face was supposed to be hanging over me like a rosary. Summer rose to me, seeing ghosts of me, writing oaths to me. Is it so naive to wonder if I saw you on the street, would I have you in my dreams tonight? Tonight. If I saw you on the street, would I have you in my dreams tonight? Tonight. If I saw you on the street, would I have you in my dreams tonight? Tonight. If I saw you on the street, would I have you in my dreams tonight?
One shot is never enough. I just wait for us to go in circles. A lifetime of giving up. Oh, you must stop, give me a break. Don't say something about that. And first he would tell me I'm his friend. Actually, no thanks, I'm okay. And then he would send we lost my way. I want new friends, but then I want me. And making plans while I'm on TV. Thought it was him, but maybe it's me. I want new friends, they want me. And the 80s song, yeah, how'd it go? When they said this is the beginning of the best years, even though false break. One shot is never enough. I just wait for this to go into circles. Oh, another day. Oh, another song. Oh, another day. Oh, another song. Oh, another day.
Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to day 2 of the Chivalry Draft Tournament. My name is Oz, and I'm joined today with Chief and Sinker. You guys want to say what's up?
Yo.
Hello, welcome.
Okay, so I just want to let you guys know. We are having a bit of a delay today, as Nathuk already said in the chat there. So instead of doing what we usually do, we just get right into it. We're going to watch some montages. There's one we didn't get to finish yesterday, and there's a few more that we have on board. Hey, Kronk. Yep, that's right. My name is also Imp. I've got a few different ones at this point. But please, once again, guys, just refer to me as Oz or Austin. I appreciate that. So without further ado, unless Chief or Sinker want to add anything, we're just going to get into watching some of these montages now.
I'm Stinker. The other one's Chief.
Hello, my name is Chief. I am very tired, but I have a Red Bull.
Okay.
We get to watch some pretty videos now.
Let's do it.
Right.
What? He went through my parry.
I'm dead, warning.
I'll push the cart. Draw money. That's it. I don't know what to do there. Oh! Hate his hits. What the heck?
I'm like checked out mentally.
Let's one shot, man. You got this. Come on.
Clip, Bang's coming too.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, dude.
You got two more. Left dodge.
Dodge.
Go.
Oh God, we not talk about the business. We how is very versatile and when it comes to something you can pass me. Cause we have done quite the ball.
I'm going for mana on. Good colonial. I blocked. So
How much?
Watch out. Yep, example, Randy. You guys. Okay? I'm just camp right card, right spot. Tell me if you see anything. I hear him.
Baby, you got a man, I don't care, that's irrelevant. No for making bad decisions for the hell of it. Young skizzles, taste the rainbow, but that's still beside the point, is getting next to it. Got a blonde girl with sass that I think named Haley, and she knows I always handle her like Chelsea lately. Look, bitch ass, I'm staring at you. Top floor, penthouse with the area view. No need to be sad. It really ain't that bad. Yeah. Douchebags, assholes, and beer pong connoisseurs, CEOs, interns, unemployed entrepreneurs. I love them all. The hipsters, the fashionistas. Stay outside of beef, took a liking to Peter. My mom's Mona, her mom took a liking to Lisa. My dad's a shopaholic, he took a liking to visas. I show them my tunes, and they like what they seeing. They really drug test, they don't like what I'm peeing. Penthouse, pedestrians I'm defeating. They asked him, remember I wanted a Nissan. Had to change phones, these hoes call a lot. Horse lifestyle, bitch, I call a shot. See me flying like an eagle, save the cake. Gay marriage is legal, but my vodka straight. Promise I never sell out like eBay. I'm just trying to make my fam proud like Dejanay. Hey. No need to be sad. It really ain't that bad. Yeah.
I got him.
No need to be sad. You still got you. So, look, all the girls who wouldn't look twice when I arrived. Now they look thrice when I arrive. Now it'll be a Howie day when you and I collide. Cause I'ma be richer than you was what I prophesied. So go on to your 9 to 5s.
Oh, the Matrix.
When I arrive, the true color show. Now I know y'all just want me to slow down and catch up to my fast life. So I am a man up in the air. And I float around this town and know I shouldn't care. I don't give a fuck. So when you see us there, narcissistic elitist. She concerned with the music and I'm enjoying her features. I was singing the Killers, they were bumping ether. I'm looking through the window, man, if you was fucking scenic. And my song's on, so let that bitch play. So that girl's drunk, well let that bitch stay. Oh, she's on her knees, I let that bitch pray. And I just wanna smoke weed and write music every day. Look, I still ride the bus, dude, I'm still broke. But I'm still #1, bitch, I'm still oak. They told me get your swag up and be a star. I'm trying to have all you Thai rappers be alarmed. Got that poker lifestyle, we all in for these moments. I ain't even in my prime, I'm composite for the moment. I'm trying to lead, to have my name be significant. Survival of the fittest, and I'm all about conditioning, cause I'm a fucking star.
It's because you're there. No need to be sad. It really ain't bad.
It really ain't that bad, yeah.
It's because you're there. No need to be sad. You still got
Look, you a real skizzy fan, put your hands in the air. Put your hands in the air. You a real skizzy fan, put your hands in the air. In the motherfucking air. If you a real skizzy fan, put your hands in the air. Put your hands in the air. Put your hands in the air.
Look at that. All you can All you do is gamble.
What service was in?
I had to.
Girl, just let your hair down. Let's paint the whole town. Life is our playground, yeah. But I'm not a kid no more, so I must open doors and make you feel like the lady you are. My mama raised me to be classy, not flashy. I'm happy to please you, though I can tell that's not what you're used to. I see you head over heels. I feel like you deserve it. There's no pressure. We can do whatever makes you comfortable. Yeah, I could float your boat. It's cold, take my coat. I'll sing a music note from the song that I just wrote. Girl, just take my hand and let me be a man. Though that's not what you're used to. And they say
The guy just kept comboing.
let a real man pick up the slack and treat you with respect. Yeah, and you don't have to love me, love me, love me. You don't have to love me, love me, love me. Just 'cause I'm a gentleman don't mean I ain't taking you to bed. That's just how you treat a lady, treat a lady, treat a lady, treat a lady, treat a lady. Treat a lady, da 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 da. No. That's just how you treat a lady. Treat a lady, treat a lady, treat a lady, treat a lady, treat a lady. Da 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 da. And they say chivalry is dead, dead, dead. Girl, let a real man pick up the slack and treat you with respect. Yeah, and you don't have to love me.
Nice Firefox sticker. Nice.
You don't have to love me, love me, love me. Just 'cause I'm a gentleman don't mean I ain't taking you to bed, bed. And you don't have to love me, love me, love me. You don't have to love me, love me, love me. Just 'cause I'm a gentleman don't mean I ain't taking you to bed, bed. And they say chivalry is dead, dead, dead.
Okay, guys, and welcome back. We are live once again. So we're gonna actually go right into the champions duel here. So we're just picking for side. You said they both agreed for Dark Forest. Is that correct, Nate?
Yep. Yeah, and team Entropy just won the champions duel.
Flowers with the alt overhead waterfall to seal the deal.
Yeah, Flowers, I think, is probably the best player in the game at doing the fancy types of swing manip. Pull out some alt, reverse, Wessex, foot drag, cucumber at any moment.
all the fancy stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of a recipe were you spelling out there? I didn't recognize half of what you just said.
Yeah.
Well, the apparently Mordhau players like putting like deli meats and stuff into the names of the mechanics. So.
I never understood the fascination with Mordau's players and naming every little tiny move. It's like things that I was getting told I'm doing a Wessex and I had no idea. It's like, what? I don't know. It's something that hits people.
This was a pretty old one, but the new Mordhau ones was like the cucumber, and this one kind of phased out. But at the beginning of the game, people were calling it a dolphin stab to do just like where you like look up and then bring it down. They called
What?
it a dolphin stab.
Nice.
The food is even weirder. You see, fighting a good fight's a lot like making a good sandwich.
Yeah, you just gotta combine all the right ingredients.
It's so
Make a
absurd
sandwich
to
out of
me.
your opponent.
Somebody did refer, because I would do that lookup stab thing, right? And I'd like jostle it a bit in Mordau, because literally just shaking your screen like gives you a passive buff to all your attacks.
True.
It's just something that it's just the way the game works, the way the animations are built. So I would jostle the stab when I hit people, and then people would call it a king stab, and I had no idea
King stab.
what that meant. I was like, oh, is that what I'm doing? Okay, yeah, I'm great at the king stab. It's like, I don't know. I saw Ren do it, and I was like, okay, that hits people more than it doesn't, so I'm gonna do it too.
I like the concept of naming something after certain players, but like not for any reason.
Right. Well, isn't that a Wessex got its name?
I think a player named it. I don't know if his name was actually Wessex or not, though.
Didn't Massey get a name? Something named after him as well?
Massey? I'm not sure.
I thought there was something like that.
There was the freeze drag or whatever.
No, pulling a Massey is what happens when you flank all the way around on Stun Scylla and your team loses the fight in the front line.
Oh, see, we actually call that a Retsnom flank.
Oh.
It has to be a Vanguard specifically. Like it can't be a rat. It has to be one of the main melee doing it, like a Knight or a Vanguard. If you flank for a cart and get like 3 feet of progress, but your team dies, it's called a Retsnom flank.
It's the boomer tactic.
Yeah. Gotta fight for those inches, you know?
True.
You mean centimeters, you Canuck.
True.
No, he meant inches.
I'm trying to appeal to the burger audience out there.
No, it's okay, Nate. I'm here with you. We're here together.
All right. You gotta fight for those centimeters.
It's 50-50 here today.
Let's see. Is Team Jeremy ready?
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I need one of those good old throat clears right now.
Shroom coming in for Stabby. The young
Okay,
man Stabby's
you guys will have to tell me here, who won yesterday? I was not able to catch the stream. I was busy all day yesterday after I left.
Team Donkey and Team Nathuk are in the winner's bracket. And everyone else is in
Team
the losers
Otter
bracket.
and Team Cranberry are out. The rest are dueling it out today in the losers bracket.
Correct.
Yeah, so this is elimination game right here. All the money on the line.
Okay, yeah.
Potential peasants hats, maybe?
And how big is the pot, Nate? Do we have confirmation on that yet?
Yeah, the pot is lots of honor and pride.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Honor and pride.
Accomplishment.
We would hand out Shiv 2 keys.
Chief
supposedly
will
it's like a
mail
drawer.
bottles of Evan Williams to the winners, provided that they are of age, of course.
Which most of them aren't, but that's okay.
I don't know,
We'll
man.
figure
We
it
got
out.
lots of boomers these days.
True.
So on the red side, we're seeing Entropy go Man-at-Arms. It's similar to the lineup that we saw yesterday. We have Flower on Vanguard. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on Flower. Yesterday, he really impressed me with his ability, just to cleave through his opponents. What is he using there? Is that a Bardiche I'm seeing? Or is that a Halberd skin?
No, that is a Halberd skin.
That's
So
disgusting.
The strategy Entropy/Chief went with on Mason was just stack their Vanguard. So Buff and Flowers are probably the two best.
First pick by Blonde. Another one by Slayer of Childs. It looks like this is
TK
leaning. They
on
do get a
Agatha.
TK on Agatha, though.
Brings it back to a 3v3, now a 2v2.
Ooh.
Nice try from Flowers there.
Dirty
Yeah,
Red
the
is able to
question
clean
mark
it up.
on Mason here is if their knights can hold their own, but
I
they definitely
agree.
have super strong vanguards and a very strong rat. And I think Agatha is a little more well balanced. Jade and Jeremy are a great vanguard combination. Blonde is a really good knight, and Dirty Red's a decent rat. So it's really gonna come down to whether balance or like kind of more high-end star power will pay off. I'm gonna tip. I think Team Jeremy is a little stronger though in this matchup because Jeremy and Jade are definitely capable of going head-to-head with Buffalo and Flowers.
Some early damage on the knight in the middle there. He's getting swarmed by those knights. Falling back to the back line, Flautel is going to have to stay alive in the situation. Putting him in a disadvantage here. He's in a 2v1 now. He gets taken up by the Night Maul as well. And there's a 2v1 on the left there that we didn't get to see. But yeah, it came out in favor of Agatha. So that was a pretty strong hold there by the blue side.
We're already seeing the Mason Knight players do some stupid shit. Like, one of them just went out to 2v1 the rat and left his Knight fellow to get cracked in the head. It's a really bad play there.
Slayer of Trials is running Maul. If I'm guessing, I think his teammates are probably just telling him to try and hunt the Mason Knights and leave the Vanguards to the other big boys on the Agatha team.
Agatha really just doing a good job of holding the line here. Buffalo tries to make more out of it, but he kind of did all he could there.
Dirty Red actually winning the rat duel right now decisively. He's been really stepping it up. I think he struggled his first game. Still had some unrusting to do, but now he's doing really well. He's 5-0-4 on the board, and you can see Entropy at the bottom for Mason 0-3-1. I think Entro can turn things around though for sure.
My GPU crashed, so I'll be right back, gamers.
Yeah, no worries. Beautiful
Nice move
backspin
by
by Flower
Flowers.
there, yeah. Jade tried to do more with what he had there, but that's a tough spot to be in. Just back against the cart, really nowhere you can go.
Still not a bad time for Mason. See, if you're on defense, even if you win like 3 fights in a row, that high up to the Mason spawn, it doesn't even really matter that much. Like, you don't really buy that much time winning those fights because Mason is so close to the cart from their spawns.
And Mason needs to push here. They're taking some early damage. Those knights are too close together. Blonde is cleaving through the middle while there's a duel going on the side and the left. There's a fight on the right side as well for the cart. Mason, they need to stick somebody on that cart. Keep these knights at bay. Blonde's going for the flank here to support his knight. He needs to win this 1v1 and then get to the cart quick here. And he wins it. The Vanguard's got no stamina to deal with. Blonde's pushing the cart. He's got to fight the rat now. He just really has to delay. He doesn't have to win this fight. And the rat makes a smart move there, I think, honestly. Just pulls off.
That was a pretty smooth escape, actually.
Yeah, that was really smooth criminal style. We have a Vanguard pushing the 2. What is he doing out here? I think he's regretting it. He's pulling back a little bit. That is some big dick energy, folks. Oh, Blonde just instantly gets melted. But they got the Maul on the back end there. He's going to do a lot of damage. He's going unattested. Okay, Buffalo did pick him up there and took him down. Dirty Red trying to get that Vanguard. The Vanguard just is able to parry it in and gets a really nice drag off. And he's cleaving through. Buffalo's taking out everyone alongside Entropy. That was really well played.
Buffalo was insane, that engagement.
Yeah,
oh
Buffalo.
My God.
So Blonde did get picked early, so he's here pretty quickly. Trying his best just to stay alive and deal some damage in this 2v1. He's going to get some support here. He stayed alive for most of the fight, actually, just long enough. He halted all that progress. Really good play by Blonde, actually. Mason needs to reset here.
That could have been real bad if they lost that 2v2 quickly, but Slayer, Childs, and Blonde were... Blonde did go down, but at least Slayer picked up 1, and his team came and helped him out.
So it looks like Agatha's going to push this Mason side here. They're getting a little bit caught out, but the Vanguard's in an awkward spot. He doesn't have any teammates to support him here. He's in a 3v1. He's staying alive as long as he can. He forces a TK, but he gets taken down himself, and Agatha's able to collapse on the remaining 2 Mason players. The Knight goes down, just leaving Flautel up, getting some nice damage with 1 pick. He gets support here from Buffalo. Buffalo falling back to help his teammate. Another kill. Wow, these Vanguards are just off the chain right now.
Star power, baby.
Wow, Buffalo. So, yeah, Nate, going back to that star power that we talked about earlier, I think we just saw that in full effect there.
Flowers and Buffalo were just harvesting there.
Wow, these Vanguards. You know, folks, like this is what I was talking about yesterday, just how much potential the Vanguards can have in any engagement. And you put that class in somebody like Buffalo and Flowers here, we can really see what kind of effect they can have on that fight.
Bill in chat saying, if Blonde plays well, it's over. Because Jade and Jeremy is also a great Vanguard combo. I do agree, however, I think you also have to keep in mind that Entropy can do tons of work on Rat.
So the cart is kind of an awkward spot here. Ooh, Jeremy does
Flowers
go down.
Is insane.
Flowers is popping right now. 15, 5, and 6.
Wow.
15, 5, and 6. First objective from Flowers there.
I agree with Bill though. Blonde is he's just so like he's a rock. You know, he just stands out there. He doesn't get fainted and shit. He doesn't panic.
Agatha's just so well balanced. Like they don't really have like Slayer of Childs is definitely the most inexperienced player, but he's playing alongside Blonde on Knight, so their front line is still pretty damn solid.
Blonde's just sort of waiting here in the back line.
It's okay.
He's gonna get pushed here by the two Knights, but I think he's baiting really well right now. Actually,
he's playing this well. He's waiting for his team to push in from the other side there. Taking a 1v1 with Flowers is not a bad play at all, and Jade goes and helps him out. Great awareness from Jade to see that Flowers was open for a switch.
That was just fantastic play by Blonde and Jade there.
Jade is always very smart with the types of switches he takes, and he's very good at seeing like, okay, there's a good player on the enemy team with his back shown and he's one hit. I need to go kill him immediately, and that's what he did there.
Jade was another player who really stood out to me yesterday, especially. Okay, so we're seeing a pretty tight engagement overall. It is breaking up a little bit here. A 2v2 on the left. It is going
Jade taking out both Vanguards himself.
Wow. Big cleave by Jay there. And Blonde does finish off Entropy. That was a pretty good attempt,
crazy Excel, dude.
Yeah, that was...
that last Master Excel, like, what the fuck?
That literally started inside his hitbox. That was crazy.
Yeah, sick as Flowers and Buff are, man. Jade and Jeremy can still go head-to-head with him, no problem.
We need Agatha to pull back here a little bit, wait for the regroup. It looks like they're going to get it. Blonde is taking that initiative, getting the first hit in. Flowers trying to follow up. The Vanguards are a little bit in an awkward spot. The Knight does get some damage in. Blonde just cleaving through on the left side here. Misses the hit on that Man-at-Arms. That might cost him here. Doesn't seem to matter. Yeah, it did end up costing it, but it looks like his team was able to pick up his slack, so it was no big deal. Agatha takes another hold.
It's very good for him to loop around the outside like that. It forces people to look in multiple directions at once, and if you have your team collapsing around the outside like that, it's a lot harder to defend if you're the team getting surrounded. So it's really smart movement by him, because otherwise you get clogged up and you're sitting behind your teammates, whereas if you surround them, you all can get a piece of the action at once. No one's missing, essentially.
It looks like this time the Mason side is trying to take that initiative. Blonde seems to be able to use it against his advantage, and they're sort of rolling around the right side. Flower getting pressure. That was a really good switch by Blonde. And a great reverse. Wow.
Let's be honest, Jade Raven is playing really well, and so is Jeremy and Blonde. Even though Jeremy's score is not that high, he's really having good impact.
I think... Oh, and we're going to see a switch here. Entropy is going to Knight. I wonder who's going to play Man-at-Arms.
I don't know, but their Knights need to parry a lot more for sure.
So we're seeing a relatively spread out formation here by Agatha, trying to get that spread that we were talking about earlier with Stinker.
So they were in the middle of a switch. They had triple Knight there, but Entropy was using the secondary. So a bit of a scuffed engagement for Mason, but they're going to switch things up here. I'm sure we're going to see someone going Rat.
That was a beautiful play, but down the middle there by Jade, I will say.
Renatus going Vanguard and Buff going Rat. Interesting. I don't really know if this is the play.
Maybe Entropy feels confident enough to make space with his team in order for Flowers to do the work he needs to do in order to win these fights. Because Flowers kind of has to pull more than his own weight in order to get things done around here, it seems.
Entropy is a great Knight, however, I think Buff's impact is going to be lowered on Rat than what he was able to do on Vanguard, because he's going to be stuck dueling Dirty Red so much, and I really think the Agatha 4 in melee is significantly stronger than the Mason 4 right now.
Yeah, and Dirty Red isn't a flashy player, but he puts himself in really good positions to force duels out of rats and waste time. I know myself.
Oh, that's a good 2-shot on the Knight there from Entro.
So it seems like the Mason order is really collapsing here. They kind of set themselves up in almost a pincer formation, surrounded Agatha at all sides. Dirty Red was able to win his duel, but now he's got 4 Masons to deal with. And he does go down. Probably the better decision in that situation, honestly.
It seems to me like whatever team gets the first pick is just collapsing pretty easily. That might be something for Mason to try out here, getting a pick on a Knight almost instantly. Probably Slayer of Childs too, if I had to guess.
Wow, Jade with the cleaves down the middle and a TK coming out by Flower. That's gotta suck. The rat is a little bit late to the engagement, I'm noticing, and Jade just clearing through the middle, uncontested. Wow.
Blonde swung hard into the back line there, right past the front line, and caught Renatus with his pants down, essentially. And that opened things up for Jade.
You will notice that Blonde is positioning himself always on the outer side of these engagements, trying to get around.
Yeah,
Looks like Jade is taking this engagement.
Is really struggling. He's just going down at the beginning of every fight. 4, 15, and 7 on the board for him.
So that round,
he just focused on staying alive more.
So that round, they were a little bit too focused in the middle line, and they just sort of let Jeremy have free reign on their backs, and he was able to cleave through most of them. It looked like.
Yeah, Jeremy, he's only got 8 kills, but he does have 17 assists, and he's playing Zwei right now, so that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, for sure.
He's not high up on the scoreboard.
High impact for sure.
So watching the Man-at-Arms on the opposite side now, just sort of matching to their rat. We're getting some switches in the middle by the Vanguard, trying to support Blonde in this awkward scenario. Blonde does get 1 kill in his 2v1. There's still a rat duel going on. He gets another kill. That's an easy 2v1 for Blonde. He's going to help out the rat. He's got 2 more Masons to deal with before he can make anything out of this. Goes for the switch, and he gets instant excelled. Nice try by Blonde there.
They won that 4v5 off of it. First pick went in the round, was a TK, actually, on the red side, but they pulled it out.
Oh, I missed that. Wow.
Power's on Brandy now.
Large staring contest we have here.
Both waiting for their players to get back, it looks like.
Yeah, Buffalo's hunting Dirty Red. I don't know if Mason's really concerned about him or not.
A TK coming up by Jade.
But
Doesn't
yeah,
look like it's going to matter much.
Blonde's impact is just neutralized. He's dueling Dirty Red, and then his team gets deleted on the side. I think you need that star power in the main 4. If anything, maybe they should try. I don't know how comfortable Shroom or Renatus are on Rad, or I mean, I know Stabby has probably never played Rat in his life, so they could not pull him in. But if Shroom or Renatus could play Rat, maybe that would be worth a shot. But I just think.
Well, they swapped now. They have Entropy and Renatus swapped, so Renatus is back on Knight. Entropy's on Ben. I like that they're trying new stuff at the very least. They're not just like going for the same stuff over and over.
Blonde cleaning up.
Wow, yeah, once again here,
almost
Nate.
On a 30 bomb, and there's 5 minutes left on second objective, guys. He's 28-9.
Blonde feeling very comfortable today. I can safely say that Blonde is activated, guys.
Yeah,
he was playing this
be real scary.
as well.
I think Dirty Red is starting to get into his groove as well. This team Jeremy is definitely really scary. I could see them coming out of losers bracket.
Blonde just so comfortable in that middle engagement, swinging through. He's got full confidence right now.
Yeah, he opens up incredible amounts of space. The amount of times yesterday where Blonde's name was uttered followed by expletives, I lost count.
Yeah, it doesn't get old, you know. It wasn't much different when we were playing Mordhau with him. He's always been such a solid combatant. Once again, he takes that early engagement, and Jade and Jeremy follow up with him. He's going to the back line. He's trying to catch them off guard, and he's getting support from Slayer as well. This whole engagement is being so opened up by Blonde. It's just insane.
Nice survivability from Flowers. I don't think it's really going to matter much. Entro's going for the flank on card. He's going to get some progress. Buffalo holding up really nicely in the 1v2. To Agatha is going to peel off and go for Entropy. If Entro can kill Dirty Red here, he might actually be able to grab Slayer too. Oh, but Jade's gonna come in and help out. Yeah.
That's a
That's
rough
it.
one. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw in the last engagement, but Jesus, Blonde just exactly like you said, Stinger, just opened up so much space for his team, and they followed through so perfectly. It was crazy.
When you have someone playing that consistently every single fight too, it's easy to be a teammate in that situation because your role doesn't change either. If something that your knight does is unexpected, you have to follow up with something really weird usually.
Ooh, bit of an awkward team hit there for Blonde, trying to support his teammate. This could really go either way at this point. We're having 2-2v1s, but Blonde is just double pairing, staying alive. He does get taken down by Buffalo. We got Flower and Buffalo now both on Zweihander.
Entropy needs to win this rat duel, or at the very least not die.
It looks like they're trying to grab more damage here to take care of those knights, which is maybe why it led to the Zweihander pick. I'm not sure.
All right, this is looking good for Mason. I think that was a good choice going for those knights there.
Yeah, that was very smart. There's a bit of a fight on the card here. They're really cleaving through. Dirty Red backing up. Yeah, he needs to go down. Those two Zweihanders should do the trick. At least one of them will get that hit in. Dirty Red staying alive. Wow, it gets 2 hits in. And a trade. Really good try by Dirty Red there, guys. Wow.
Yeah, I think he did his job. I think that's going to work.
Worked out. Jade was able to take Jeremy out or Buff out right after.
Yeah, it's going to work pretty well for him.
2 Zweihanders, not enough to take this Red down. Great job.
Yeah, Dirty Red is definitely gaming.
Ooh, there is potential here. No, okay, he does get taken out by Jade Raven. That was a really good try by Flowers there.
Mason has one more chance now, really. They have to win a 5v5 on cart.
We're down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Imagine 230 bombs.
230 bombs.
Wow.
Second objective.
That's nuts.
That is insane. Jeremy with 20 assists.
The Mason distribution is looking exactly the way we kind of expected it to. The Knights are
Yeah, it
struggling
really
here.
is. Although I think Entropy just has to have a higher impact than he's had.
I don't think he's probably been awake this early in months.
Yeah, you have to give some credit to Dirty
There's
Red
one
too,
taken
though.
down
He's
by Buffalo
playing really
there.
well.
That knight needs to stay alive in this engagement. They get another one.
Looking good for them.
Wow.
Renata's had a switch that was totally unexpected. I don't even think he knew he was going to do it. Just happened to be Agatha sitting right there.
Signs of life here.
Well,
Yeah,
that is exciting. Yeah, Mason just needs to push here. They should be able to hold this off. Knights pushing a little bit aggressively. They don't really have a choice, though. That sluice is going in either way at this point.
I think getting this objective might give them a little bit of a confidence boost.
Yeah, because even if Mason ends up getting DNF'd here on sluice, you can always have some hope that you can hold second, DNF first or second next round. So.
Yeah, sluice
Mason's definitely in the
traditionally.
contest here.
Yeah, sluice traditionally being the easiest one to DNF on.
Yeah.
It's also
There
the
is a
largest
chance.
wild card. Like there's
Yeah.
a minimum
Big
there's a
wild card.
minimum amount of time for you to push the cart. Like the cart will always take a certain amount of time to get down. Same thing with like the way the Agatha spawns work on the final objective. But the sluice you can take first fight or you can take last fight. It doesn't matter. So I think it's the defining objective on this map.
Yeah, that's a good point, especially if they play it well. Which it looks like they're doing the right thing by taking this fight
If
for
Mason
Mason.
wins this fight cleanly, it's going to be really good for them. Renatus does go down though.
They have enough people. They just need to win this next.
It's going to be a 2v2 1B. Watch Flowers in this 2v2.
Oh.
Buff's a little late to the fight. Buff, Blonde versus Flowers. Jeremy versus Buff.
Two separate two.
Ooh, amazing switch by Jeremy.
Punishes that switch from Flowers with a switch of his own.
That was next level.
And on A, the
Excellent
2v2
awareness from
turns into a 3v2 as the spawns come rolling back in, and that'll be it.
Wow, the instincts that Jeremy must have had right there are just wild. Really goes to show you that this player is up to bat here.
Yep, and there's probably a call out from his teammate too, and he just reacted to it instantly.
Yeah, it's actually funny. Speaking, I haven't had much experience with Jeremy, but from what I've heard, he's a quieter player, and it's very similar with Blonde. So to imagine those two communicating, it's kind of a funny thing in my head.
Yeah, Blonde is quite quite quiet. Maybe Jeremy just heard him coming up the stairs or looked around
Yeah,
or something.
I was thinking about
That's
who he was
probably
playing.
more
I was like,
likely. Yeah.
I don't know.
Jeremy would call that out, I think. He's a bit quiet, but he's not super quiet like Blonde is.
Quiet in comms, but loud in the scoreboard. Absolutely.
Yeah,
True,
exactly.
True.
Will Flowers catch Dirty Red?
We're seeing a bit of a split engagement here. The Agatha's going to support from the back. Dirty Red maybe made an interesting decision there. They should all probably drop down at this point. That is a bit awkward.
All right,
They get a pick
one.
off, yeah.
This is a
They need
chance.
to decide where they're going here.
They're a little bit scattered. Ooh, that was some nasty hits on Mason's side.
Yeah, not a good engagement there for Mason.
It was just that indecisiveness that's really tilting this engagement in Agatha's favor.
Oh yeah, that's something actually to note about this Agatha team is that they are in general quiet. Jade will make callouts, but there's no like natural shot caller really on this Agatha team. It's probably Jeremy actually doing the calling for this team, I'd assume. But Renatus is stuck in a one. Oh, he actually takes out Jade Raven.
Ooh, Renatus! Renatus, you can do it!
Smacking, putting.
Oh, 2v1 by Renatus. He's going for the 3 now. This will mean a lot for his team. Oh, he gets the 3! That should be huge. They need to push spawns now with this momentum. Wow.
Oh, they're not going to get it.
This could be it. I think Jeremy's too slow.
Wow.
Renatus.
Renatus.
Oh my gosh.
Is this 2015? We need to know.
Dinosaur making the play.
Listen, okay, just because they're old, it doesn't mean they're out.
All right, they got past Sluice.
Stinker, are you proud of your old teammate there?
Oh, absolutely. I was sad watching him get bonked by the pole hammer for 45 minutes yesterday, but today he's looking like a different player a little bit, or at least there on Sluice.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play by him.
Flowers going to take the duel on C against Dirty Red.
Ooh, Buffalo forces a TK over on the other
Renatus
side
is on
there.
the way, too, to help out Flowers on fence. There might be a 2v1 here on C. Oh, okay, Blonde's going to go back to support, so it's going to be a 2v2 on C door.
Yeah,
Slayer and Child's ready to go back just in case. Yep.
It looks
So
like
I
Mason
think
is waiting for
Mason's gonna
support
look to
here.
float. I think they're probably just trying to float Steve so that their teammates can get progress on other doors. Because when you have 2 people threatening fence, you don't want to leave C door to a 2v2. So at least 3 Agathians they're gonna have the attention of. Yeah, see, so they're gonna push a 3v2 onto them here, which means that their teammates elsewhere should be able to get some door progress.
Renatus winning is
gets a
1v1.
pick there.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't look like they're getting any progress, though.
Yeah, Mason not really taking advantage of the 2v3 because of Jade and Jeremy winning that 2v2
Jade
handedly.
a huge play there. Entropy was the floater for Mason and was getting progress on B. Jade came 1v1'd him, and then we on low health 2v2'd with Jeremy, the other remaining Mason players. So effectively a 2v3 there. Very, very big.
Jade on the cusp of a 40 bomb here, 37 kills, 6 minutes to go. This is actually a pretty good time here for Mason if they can get some progress. 6 minutes, that's more than enough to get all 3 objectives.
We're going to see a 2v1 on the C door right now.
Oh, Renatus!
Turn into
You
a
can do
3v1 pretty quickly here. Wow, Flautel was able to take 1 down. He does unfortunately go down to Blonde, though. Nice try there. They're getting the Mason's getting lots of progress on the A point right now. Looks like that one to be taken out. Agatha is going to match on that side.
And Renatus actually won a duel on B, and he's going to get some progress on that side as well.
He's going to get challenged in a second here, though, by one of the other Agathian vanguards. It looks like
is insane.
The A side is tilting.
Oh.
We're going to take a look at B here, see how Renatus is doing.
Oh, he was doing real good. Unfortunately, he got outranged by Halberd.
So at this point, do you say it's the better play here to take out that wooden wall?
With 5 minutes, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I would say no, because it can be a little easier to flank C when that fence is still up. And flanking C is still a possibility with the other 2 objectives still to go. So the way that the progress works in this game is that peasants come first. So if A or B are unfinished, then it would be much easier for Agatha to win the map on the second side. So Mason needs to make sure they finish A and B.
We are seeing a 2v1 here right by the A side. Buffalo does eventually go down.
They got
And
B though, and they
looks like B is taken care of. These Mason Knights now, they're probably going to rotate to C, if I'd imagine, right?
Vanguards want none of it. They're healing up together. Identical twins here.
I think these Knights should be making this push for C. Even if they win this 2v2, there's still
I wanna
3
see one
more
split off.
waiting.
Yep.
Looks like he's gonna get A though.
Yeah, that was not a great decision to go short there, but he will at least be able to pick up A. Shroom doing well to peel off that 2v2 actually and go for A instead. I wonder if that was a call out made by his teammates.
Yeah, it worked. It was a good move, definitely.
Nice
Alright.
punish by Jade there. Wow.
Less than 4 minutes, 1 objective left. They got 10 peasants. I mean, that's not bad. 10 out of 15.
At this point, I would actually break down the wall. It does give you a shorter path to C.
Well, yeah, that's sort of why I asked. I imagine it'd be a little bit quicker. You're trying to brute force it here. It doesn't look they seem to be going for any flanks.
No, it's generally very difficult to flank at this point. It's really, you can flank if Agatha makes a mistake.
Right, yeah. If they're trying to worry too much about the other 2 objectives.
But they're keeping 2 safely on C door, so I think a flank is pretty unlikely here. Mason's going to try and heal up long and get some support from their teammates. They're in a great spot here, though. They've already got 4 people pushed long, so it's very risky for Agatha to push out here. It might be a full 5-on-5 on door. Jade's going to go for it, though. Jade and Blonde are going to go for it. They're going to wrap around. 4 Masons are going to go long. I don't
like to
know
see
where
Mason
the
just turn
5th
around
is.
and delete them here.
I don't know where the 5th for Mason is. If Flowers doesn't enter the fight soon, this is quite a disadvantage of an engagement to take. Here comes Flowers. He gets 2.
Flower with the double kill. It's a 2v1 now. The Knight just needs to stay alive. Good job, Aeronautics. They can split off and get some damage done.
They gotta win this 2v2. Don't tunnel the door. Blonde was slammed out and he didn't even get punished. Oh my gosh, Mason, you focused too much on the door. If they just killed those 2 guys, they could have got so much more progress. Blonde was stamped out and no one hit him.
You fools.
Bill in chat saying, you idiots just killed the 2 that pushed. I agree with Bill. Then they could have killed those 2 and had Flowers for the full push.
We're seeing Agatha push out here.
Around on C short.
Trying to get some feints in. Buffalo's not falling for it. He's going to get supported here by the Man-at-Arms and Flowers as well. 2 picks might not mean all that much, though. The spawn's still pretty far away.
Blonde's going to try and take out Renatus here. If he can do it, it would be absolutely huge.
Oh, Blonde takes out Flowers. Oh, he takes out Buffalo.
Oh my god.
The one shot on Entro. Blonde single-handedly. 1v4.
Can he do the 5? At this point, he's already done so much. Wow. It doesn't matter.
That push
that
from
was
Mason is already compromised. What a play from Blonde.
And they're just going to run with this momentum. Agatha's going to keep pushing up here. Jeremy gets another pick, and Shroom goes down as well. This is heartbreaking for Mason at the moment. I'm not sure if it's the best move here for Flower to push on that tree.
A little more than 1 minute left. They gotta get something clean and get it quick.
They need to get off this tree trunk. This is not the way to push. Not with this momentum that Agatha has here. Buffalo is able to clean it up. That's good.
I think it's going to be pretty inconsequential, though.
No!
Oh, Pup gets kicked by Blonde.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
kid.
Entro's actually on door. He's gonna get a couple door hits at least. He is 1v3. See if he can pull something out here. He's almost out of stam, yeah. Just trickling in now, Mason trying to get some type of door progress if possible.
And it looks like this is going to be a DNF here. Maybe we'll get some extra hits on at least by Renatus here. Unfortunately, he's not able to get any in. No, we did see the kick there, Slumpness. We did see that. That was really good.
Agatha's looking heavily favored here.
They got it to the G, boys.
Buffalo's going for a little nasty flank here. It's not going to mean much, unfortunately, as we have reached the time. Wow, two 40 bombs on Agatha. And nearly a 30 bomb by Jeremy as well. Just insane.
Yeah. The heavy hitters for Agatha really showing up there. And even the support players like Dirty Red and Slayer were holding their own. Just great performance from everyone.
How much did Blonde sell for here?
I think he went for 49 points. So he went for more than most other A tier players went,
Okay.
which I think is fair. But definitely with his performance like that, that's not an overpay at all.
I love the question: how much did he sell for? As if these are slaves in some sort
Yeah.
of gladiatorial auction.
They are quite literally slaves to our entertainment right now, as we speak.
True.
Yeah.
But hey, I wouldn't count. Team Entro's still in this. Dark Forest is one of those. The thing that's scary about Dark Forest, as compared to the other maps, you almost never see a DNF on Stones Hill or Outpost on any objective but last. Really, if you're gonna DNF on those maps, it usually comes down to last. But Dark Forest, every objective is possible to DNF the opponents, like reasonably possible to DNF the opponents. So,
Especially
Team Entro,
sleuths.
yeah, especially sleuths. And in my opinion, first objective is actually quite possible to DNF. It's pretty volatile because just a couple engagements when the card is like close but not quite in kills so much time. You only have 10 minutes. So I think first is possible, sleuth is possible, and of course last. But yeah, if you're Team Entro, you're not out of this yet at all.
I think in a world where you have two perfectly even matched teams who, like, say the fights go 50-50. If you go 50-50 in each fight, the attacking team is eventually going to make it to the end and kill all the peasants if they
True.
win half
Yep.
of all the fights.
The
That's
thing
why,
about
like,
sleuths is that you have to win.
you have to
the thing
win
that's,
and also
yeah,
have
clean.
the proper rotations.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's
Buff
really
and
like
Flowers can DNF sleuths by themselves, says Emperor Bill.
Wow,
I
that is a bold claim.
Yeah, I see what he means though. Like they're two very strong 1vx players. So if you get into the thing that happens with sleuths is that if defense can win cleanly, like 2 fights in a row, if they can win cleanly, you can push out right to their spawn, and offense can just get stuck in this like horrible rhythm of just grouping up in spawn, going out, dying, or maybe winning with like 2 people left, and then the defenders trickle back in and kill you, and then you trickle back in, and it just goes back and forth, back and forth. So we could see that happen, and tons of time could be killed on sleuths.
Is the biggest Shiv tourney? Asked Tater Nader.
No, there were tourneys with 16 teams.
Yeah.
Raccoon, why didn't you play?
Now, Tater, do you mean is this the best one? Because every current Shiv tournament is the best one.
True, it is the best one. What team is Sean on? Sean is on Team Nathuk in the winners bracket finals, 5:30 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, Sean was really just farming yesterday. He was playing insanely well from what I saw.
Sean is insane. I'm very happy to get him for 60 points.
Oh yeah, he's on your team. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, you and credit to you as well, Nathuk. You guys played really well from what I saw yesterday. You yourself had a 5K, right? You had a was it a 5 or a 4?
A nice little ace.
A nice little ace, yeah.
Drop the bag on morning.
And
I saw that.
When people walk into your full X, I don't know, man.
Well, we did have some
I'm
people theorize,
so okay, Stinker. They don't know where I'm going with it.
We did have some people theorize that you did in fact pay those opposing players to lose in that 1vx.
Hey,
can you speak to those allegations?
I mean, I'm not gonna confirm or deny these types of allegations, but all you need to know is that I'm desperate for a tournament win, so I'll do whatever it takes.
So you're saying we will see that in the next montage?
Actually, I forgot to clip it. I was too focused on the tournament. I forgot to clip it. I did clip the Twitch VOD.
So we're seeing a lot of
like half of it.
A lot of baiting here done by the Man-at-Arms. The Knights are going really heavy.
Slayer gets caught out
on the right side there. On the Agatha. The Maul is in the middle here.
Flowers on Knight.
Yeah, I think Flowers is going to be targeting Blonde here with that.
Wow,
Maul.
great switch by Renatus. He does get taken down by Jeremy, and Blind is able to finish off that Maul user. Look at how much pressure that Maul Knight was putting on Blonde in the middle, though. He really took him out of the fight for most of that.
Man, if they didn't have that TK right in the beginning on Buffalo, that engagement would have gone differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Buffalo is showing himself to be a lot of star power here. They're
So
seeing
they
some.
did what I was thinking. They put Flowers and Buffalo on Knight to counter Blonde. See how it works.
Been 16 team 5v5s before.
Ooh, okay, so the Knights do go down in the middle, and Agatha is really pressuring the Vanguards, trying to get them out of this fight. We have them all lose some stamina. They have a pull hammer on him. Oh, Jade is able to take him down. What kind of tracer is that, Torn Banner? What are you doing? Unfortunately, the man was just not.
Jade on the pull hammer.
I was not able to make most of that. Wow, that is rough.
It's as if Mason was not playing pull hammer and maul before, so it's as if they just totally counterpicked them right off the bat.
Yeah, we've seen Jade use a lot of different weapons in the tourney. I've seen him play Zwei, I think. I've seen him play Halberd, Pullhammer, Bardiche. Very flexible with his Vanguard weapon choices.
We're seeing a Messer, a pull
right
hammer, a maul. It's just it's a very anti-Knight pick going on here. I mean, and that's gonna show up more and more. If we're seeing these Vanguards live through a lot of these engagements.
They're also some of the most BM weapons ever. Like, you get one shot by them all, you're in a bad mood. And when someone whips out the long bonker, you're not gonna have a good time either.
Okay,
Buffalo's actually on Knight 2 here, if you guys didn't notice.
So Slumness is pointing out here, Flautello has the smallest maul I've ever seen. That thing's tiny, man.
Pay-to-win skin.
Okay, so the Mason Knight does get in the back line, but he gets countered by the spear. He's able to get away. He's focusing that man-at-arms with the Messer. That's probably the best matchup for the Masons at this point. That was really smart by that Mason Knight there on the right side of that engagement. He was just
scoreboard requests.
Yeah, you know, guys, I've been trying. There's a lot I've been doing. I'm sorry. I'll try to.
Here's one thing I do that makes it a little easier, because when you have your scoreboard up, you can still see, like, just look in the background. Do you know what I mean? You can still see where the fight is, yeah. Oh, Entro takes out Dirty Red immediately in the rat duel. Oh, and Buffalo's on spear now.
We're really seeing this Mason Knight here with the message. Just trying to focus that man-at-arms. He's going to let himself die here. That's probably the smarter play by Jeremy.
The Masons just don't know who they're fighting each time. They switch it up. It's like musical chairs.
We're seeing a lot of like very drastic switches in the middle of these engagements.
Yeah, and Jade immediately counters to Brandy after that engagement.
I don't think I've ever seen Buffalo play spear before.
How hard can it be?
It is not hard.
We're seeing a very heavy Mason push on the right side here, just focusing those Knights down, letting the left side cleave through the weaker targets. And it looks like they're going to leave him to duel. Maybe not.
If this guy stays alive, okay.
Well, he does force the TK, though.
That's not bad.
Well played by Shroom.
If Blonde can drop Flowers here, it'd be huge.
They need to get to the cart, though. They can't let that go.
Flowers will win that fight.
Dirty Red here in a bit of an awkward spot.
Should be stopped. Oh, great switch from Jeremy. White might win it for his team there. No, he's gonna go down anyway.
Shroom forcing that 1v2 all the way back and then getting the TK really helped them a lot in that engagement. If he had just died instantly and Jade had been still alive, that would have been a rough one there for Agatha.
Something I'm noticing is that Entropy's finding a hard time getting in as well with the War Axe. He doesn't want to duel Dirty Red because he's using the broadsword, but he doesn't want to go near Blonde either because he's hunting for the LMB one-shot. So he's having a hard time a little bit, but if he can find openings with the War Axe, then it'll be free reign.
Blonde is a fucking whirlwind machine with that Messer. Just a simulated tornado. Alright, this is a huge engagement. If they can win this one, they're looking good.
Agatha with their backs up against the wall. The Maul tries to take that immediate initiation. He's just comboing all over the place. The Mason Knight runs in and gets some really easy damage. Jeremy on the left side pushing through, getting some hits in. That Knight's a little bit too focused on the guy pushing in, and boom, there it is, guys. Wow. Really good pushing there. And yeah, I gotta say, Blonde is always good, but especially today, I've been seeing him just absolutely stomp. I didn't catch the later matches. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, the 40 bomb. That is pretty nuts.
I was watching him a lot yesterday. He was not anything like what he's like today. Maybe he's a little more
Yeah,
warmed
he
up
has
today.
stepped it up. He wasn't bad yesterday at all, but he's definitely stepped it up.
Yeah,
Another
he's
notch.
now playing like an S tier player.
Yeah.
We're seeing Blonde here just trying to focus down the Vanguard on the right side. We have a little bit of a duel. Mason is taking the initiative on that Vanguard, taking him out of the fight. Just focusing Flowers here, trying to stay alive on Cart, but he's got nowhere to go with that Cart behind him. And Dirty Red gets helped by Blonde there to finish off that Man-at-Arms. Pretty clean engagement on Mason's side. We're getting a pause here. What's going on?
Looks like somebody switched to the other team.
Oh, that's awkward.
Classic Shaper move, but this time it was actually
Renatus.
who was it?
Renatus went to switch his weapon, I believe, and switch teams on accident.
We've all been there.
We have shoutouts for Renatus in the chat from King Lapu of all people.
King Lapu. Haven't heard that name in a long time.
King Lapu, huh? Wow. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's hard to stop Blonde when you have Jeremy and Jade Raven backing him up.
Yeah, that kind of support on a player like Blonde, who's, like I said earlier, an absolute rock in these fights.
Yeah,
the best
Jade
way
and Jeremy are both true like support type vanguards. They don't really go for like flanks and kind of 1vx's on the side as much. So it's really easy playing Knight when you have those two guys behind you.
We are seeing a decent amount of boasting here for the Mason order, and I do think it's because they F1, not because they're gloating.
They're just healing with their F1. Yeah.
just for those of you confused in the chat as to why they're doing that.
Mason is steamrolling right now. This looks pretty hopeless for Agatha.
And they have that instant spawn just ready for them as well. Blonde does go down to a duel against Entropy. He's gonna have to stall a little bit longer on card here. He got the Vanguard. That is a rough spot to be in for Entropy. And Agatha is just trickling in on this engagement.
Yeah, that's not good.
Blazing pace here.
Not a single Agatha player is positive right now.
Well, these days it's not good to be positive.
True.
True.
You want that swab test to come back negative.
Yeah. But it looks like everyone but Slayer of... Oh, actually, in Slayer of Childs is even. Blonde's Jade's 15-5. Blonde is 12-5.
That's gonna be a rip
They're
for
gonna
second
get it
objective.
with like over 10 minutes to go. This is a bit of a stomp here. We would have to see like a huge stuff on Sluice for things to turn around.
Wow, a pretty convincing play by Mason all around in that round.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say their only hope is a DNF on Sluice.
I really think this Team Jeremy is so strong. I think they have a good chance to win the whole tournament. I don't think there's any team that they can't beat.
Well, then the question would be, why are they in the losers bracket?
Well, they did lose to Team Morning. It was actually pretty close.
I do remember that match. That was
It was
good.
a couple minutes. Yeah. But just because you lose one match doesn't mean you're out of it. Like, especially if Blonde can play this level. You know, the Knights on Team Morning are probably... they are stronger than the Knights we've seen for this Team Entropy so far, but...
Is Mason gonna have
They're gonna get it.
control over this Sluice right off the bat?
They're getting it right here.
It was uncontested early on.
Flowers is gonna try and save it. He might get up in time.
Oh, he
he
missed.
stumbles a
He
bit.
missed the jump.
He misses the jump.
So you have to be really careful as Agatha when you're pushing out like that, and you're being wiped or spread out in such a way, because Agatha was just taking out systematically.
Team Jerry, sorry, not Team Morning. I don't know why I said Team Morning.
Breaks my heart to see someone miss the jump like that.
Yeah, that's shades of Whisper there. Shades of Whisper in the MGA 30 4 years ago.
Pulling a Whisper, speaking of having things named after you.
Yeah, yeah.
I will ask about that later, because I don't remember that.
think it was against Tempest or Phoenix? I forget, but yeah, Whisper missed the jump on Sluice.
Oh no.
And it cost them the objective. I honestly think they were probably gonna lose that anyway. Like Flowers actually made a really nice play to get the kill to even get close to the stairs in general. Like most players would have just been stuffed and stopped there. I think it's pretty hopeless for Agatha here. It looks like Mason has a push of 4 on the C door.
Mason doing a really good job
He's gonna
here.
win it, though.
It looks like Agatha though, is taking advantage in this fight. They're able to circle their opponents and like fish in a barrel, they shot them dead.
Off of a dirty throwing axe headshot from Entropy.
Yeah, I don't know who gave Man-at-Arms throwing axes, but that was a...
Oh, what kind of fool would do that? What kind of idiot would make a mod that gives
I know.
Man-at-Arms throwing axes? Bring back, I think they should have double fire pot.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Dude, please, anything, don't bring back the Scream Potion.
Yes, the Scream Potion, that's exactly what it is.
We're seeing a bit of a face-off here of Man-at-Arms. Entropy in a very awkward spot, though. Just staying alive as long as he can. He does force a team hit, and he gets a little bit of damage on himself on. Can you leave door progress? Oh, yeah, sorry. I must have turned it off when the cart was moving. I'll leave that on for this objective. And guys, again, please refer to me as Austin. It's my preference.
So the only way I think that Agatha could turn this around is if Mason gets complacent and gets lazy with how they're pushing. But if they win this 2v2 fast, they could actually get some pretty good C progress. Buffalo's going to come in to help out, though. Oh, they do win the 2v2.
Oh, wow.
Buff crucially takes out Blonde. Jade low stand. He's going to gamble and go down.
And no worries at all, Hodor. It's a pretty recent change, so don't worry about it. It's just I have so many names between like 3 different communities. It's just a confusion thing, that's all. So I decided to add another one.
The final one.
The final one. Just my actual name now. Yeah, you could actually make a chivalry team. Or a Mordhau team out of all the names I've had, probably. People might even think they're different players.
Yeah, they might. Oh, yeah, that guy was pretty good at shit. Oh, yeah, that guy was too. Oh, he's a really good Mordhau player.
Wow, what a team. Man, they have Spacer, they have Fire Giant, they have Imp.
100% Canadian.
Yeah, everyone's Canadian. They're making their own 3v3 team.
Yeah, that's just gonna be the regional lineup. The next Mordhau regional lineup is gonna be Imp, Fire Giant, and Spacer.
I didn't even know you were in Fire Giant. Yeah, man, I know. That's the issue. I need to make a disclaimer with
Maybe you should just combine the 3 names into one. Like
what the
Fire Baser or something. I don't know.
Fire Jet Space Fire Imp? I don't know.
Space Imp.
Yeah, and I also went by
Space
Stinston.
Imp, that works
Giant
so well.
Space Imp. And I also went by Stinston too. That's true.
Oh, true, yeah. Still no C progress, actually. You know, I have seen a 15-minute hold on C before. I have seen that. But
also,
actually,
Mason's
they have
taking
to hold
their
up
time,
to the
though.
G.
Mason's playing their strength.
Yeah. I really... Go ahead.
They're winning these they're taking like full engagements, all traveling in one place, forcing Agatha to match them into a full engagement. They're not doing anything fancy with splits. I mean, as I say that they do one now, but earlier, just to get A and B progress, they wanted to, they're taking their time and they're playing their strength as far as the whole 5-on-5 engagements
And
go.
should be just taking on the world here. Being caught out in a really awkward position. Agatha is sort of ramping up to push these 4 from above, but I don't know if that's the best play here. This knight is pushing out to match this, and it seems like a very interesting choice here. I'm not sure if Shroom was trying to bait there, what was going on. Entropy is able to get back to the fight. Now it's a 3v4 on C. They're going to need to get a quick pick here just to make it even. And B is going down all... Yeah, in the meantime. Wow.
This is going to be it, I think.
Flowers lost a duel to Slayer of Childs on B.
It looks like they're going to 2v1 this night. And Agatha has no choice but to trickle here, and that I think that's GG.
That's GG.
Mason TK does not matter, and they pass the G in guard, and that'll be it.
Well played to both sides there. We were seeing a dominant play by Jeremy's team this time around, and Blonde and Jade once again topping the scoreboard.
Yeah,
I'm
Blonde,
glad
Jade, and
Sherman's
Jeremy
a
is
kill.
such a good trio. Such a great trio
Yeah.
to have on your team. And the thing I like about those players is they're all high skilled. They're all but they also know how to play their roles so well. Like you won't catch, Jeremy or Jade or Blonde doing some like random shit. They're always going to be in the right spot, so they just play with each other so well.
I think
Yeah,
another
they're
another
under
important
pressure. Go ahead.
another important thing to point out too is like the way that the draft worked is the captains are all like different styles of player, but they also some of them like have days like where they can play like an S tier. They go from A to S, and Jeremy's
I
definitely
think
one of
Jeremy's
those people.
probably the strongest captain.
Him,
skill-wise.
Cranberry. I mean, you got a bunch of people that can really pop off as captain,
True.
and it's almost like a free S tier pick. Because I was thinking, like, how did Jeremy get enough money for himself, Blonde, and Jade Raven, but he didn't have to pay for himself, so it's a really nice little advantage that he had there.
Yeah, I think Donkey and Jeremy both had really good picks because they have their teams are both like they have star power, but they're also pretty deep. Like there's no like Slayer of Childs is definitely the weakest player on that team. He just doesn't have nowhere near as much competitive melee experience, but he's still able to hold his own there, especially if you have him alongside Blonde on Knight. And if you look at Donkey's team as well, they have so much depth. They've got Skills, Rob, or sorry, not Rob, Skills, Jet, and Jay on that team. So I think we've seen some of the teams that stacked their higher players and had weaker depth have struggled a lot more in this tourney compared to the teams that are a little more well balanced. And I think Jeremy's team is definitely one of those teams.
For sure. And then the match we just saw was like the stars aligned and everyone played good. Like everybody played good on that team.
Oh, yeah,
even Slayer of Childs. Slayer of Childs played, I think, better than I've ever seen him play, but probably because there wasn't a lot of pressure on him, considering he has 4 people around him that are doing really well. But he still played like higher than his D tier ranking. He's
definitely
probably gonna shove that in someone's face if they put him in D tier. I know he's pissed about that.
He was definitely one of the stronger D tier picks, maybe the strongest.
Jeremy says not D tier. He's still
holds
to that.
Here's the thing, Jeremy. Here's the thing. I mean, he did get bid up a bit, didn't he? How much? He didn't go for 0. Was it like 3 points or something? I didn't want to have D tier be like 3 people, so that's why I kind of took put Shadow and Slayer in that tier.
Poor Shadow didn't even get to play.
Yeah, I mean, who I feel Shaper hasn't been able to play just because the lineup that my team's playing with, he doesn't really fit in to the way we're playing, even though he'd be like a better 4th or 5th on, I think, most teams he would be starting for.
I'm gonna be right back, guys.
Maybe for us if we decide to play it a different way, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. He hasn't played it this whole time, huh?
Yeah.
Who are you putting in instead of him?
Well, the way we're playing right now is we're doing Mossberg and I on Knight, and then we have Huggles and Sean on Vanguard, and then we have Hodor on Rat.
Oh, I see.
But if we ever switch if we need Sean to play Brandy, then we'll probably sub Shaper in for Huggles. Or if we want me on Rat, then we'll probably sub Shaper in to play Knight for Hodor.
It all comes back to during the draft when you stole Shaper from me and then you didn't even fucking use him.
Yeah. Hey, I took him away from the competition, so there's value in that too.
Yeah, you took him from me.
Yeah. Your team would have been a lot better, I think, with him.
No shit, that was the plan.
Yeah. Alright, boys.
Locked it. You drove a lot of people's bids on a lot of S tier and A tier players up through the roof too. Even if you weren't even totally set on them, in general, you upped people like just by being a little troll with the bids. you up with like the
I
cost
actually
of a lot of
wasn't being
players.
trolled, bro. I had like a list of like how much I was willing to pay for each person. So if basically a player was going for under that, I would just keep bidding. But I actually did stick to it fully, and if I did, I think my team would have been even stronger because I had Wizardish pegged at like 38, and I had Cyclone pegged at 45 or 50, I think. And Cyclone went for 43, and Wiz went for 33. But I'm still pretty happy with my team either way. We've been doing well.
I'd say you're still playing.
Yeah, trolling. Hey, I got Sean for 60. I don't know how people let me get away with that one, but
I think people may have underestimated him or something.
I think what happened, he was the first S tier player to go. I think he was the second player in the draft to go. This one was very strange. And usually in the Mordhau, the previous drafts, I think people were a little smarter about things this time around. Like in the previous Mordhau drafts, people just fucking throw their money away at the beginning. Like it's actually nuts. Like you would see like B tier players go for like 30 points or something right off the bat. But this time, people were a little more conservative. That's why you saw Wiz go for 33, and Sean was the next player after. He was the first S tier player. He went for 60, and then all the following S tier players started going for like 72.
Yeah, no one spent more than half their money on a single player. The highest was like 73, I believe.
Yeah, 73 was the highest.
All right, are we? So we're shaping up here for the next match, right?
Yeah, we'll take a quick break. I probably will just relax and watch the next one. I'm sure you guys can handle it, and you won't have me talking over you next time.
No.
You'll have Team Tater going up against, Team Tater going up against Team Jared.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Nathuk, and thanks again for hosting this whole tournament. I think everyone's pretty grateful.
My pleasure. See you guys soon.
All right, see you, Nate. All right, guys. So, like Nate just said, get this guy, these Canadians, huh? They're everywhere.
Apologizing for everything.
Taking our jerseys, right?
It's okay, Nathuk. I'm just trying to get in with them. I'll have a good word with them about you once we come closer. Don't worry. So, like Nathuk said, we're gonna take a short break. We'll be here in about it's 5 minutes down, everybody. Is it 5 minutes good?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we'll be back in about 5 minutes then, okay? So stay tuned.
change. You know some people never do. You know when people change, they gain a piece, but they lose one too. 'Cause I've been hanging on you. I've been waiting on you. 'Cause I've been waiting on you. I've been hanging on you. As it rains, the summer rain, the winter wash what's left of the taste. As it rains, the summer warm, the winter crave what's gone, crave what's gone, crave what's on the rain. Cause I've been waiting on you. Two jumps in a week, bet you think that's pretty clever, don't you, boy? Flying on your motorcycle, watching all the ground beneath you drop.
All right, guys, so we are back. Okay, this is day 2, match 2. So I believe we have Team Tater, I want to say, versus Team Jared here. Hopefully that is it is the Tater team. Let me just double check that. I feel kind of bad if I got that wrong. Yeah, so we do have Team Tater and Team Jared up against each other. This is losers bracket, round 2. Or as Nathik was saying, it was Team Morning. And I think that may have just been because of how well Morning was playing yesterday. You know, we were watching his montage earlier. Morning is one of the more pronounced players on this roster that we're seeing on the red side. You also have Ren there as well. Known Mordhau gamer. One of the top players in Mordhau. No surprise at all that he's also quite good at Chivalry. Jared Strato, I'm not as familiar with, but I have heard... I've heard quite a bit of good things about Jared, and Frazo, of course, is a Mordhau player as well, and he's one of the top Mordhau players, so no surprise once again that he is relatively good at the Chivalry game. And on the other side here, we also have some other Mordhau players, and a bit of a mix. We have Bill, the legend. I've heard only good things about Bill. Some refer to Bill as literally the best player to ever play Chivalry. Yeah, I have heard that he's a little bit rustier. That's just from what other people have told me. Interesting to see how he plays today. No, I missed some of the games yesterday. Do you guys find that Bill was a little bit more warmed up by the time when we were watching him? And I haven't seen much of Tater. Dresboni's a Mordhau player. He's been pugging quite a bit. And Bizbo, I didn't know he was a Chivalry player. I know he's a Mordhau player as well. And he's quite good at Mordhau, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him perform as well. Looks like we have... actually, I'm all alone here right now, Nathuk. No,
I'm
yeah.
back.
Oh, okay, so Stinker is just returning with us now.
Had to use the washroom real quick, as the Canadians
All
say.
right, I knew that was coming. You son of a bitch.
Hop
Listen,
by the
okay.
water closet real quick.
All right. We don't. How dare you? Do you know? Do you know what the United Kingdom calls it?
Yeah, WCs stands for water closet.
Oh, is that what? Okay, I always heard the loo.
Oh yeah, oh they call it the loo too. You're right.
Yeah. And the toilet. Yeah, we call it the toilet as well. Yeah.
The John.
I'm gonna go to the toilet. I guess I don't say I'm gonna go to the toilet. I guess I never say that. I mean, that makes sense. Like in my head when you say that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess I could call it that, but I never actually do. I usually say washroom. Americans just say, I gotta go take a fat log shit. I don't think most Americans say that, Jay. You know what? They actually might. I don't know. I guess you would know more about that than I would.
Depends on how far south you live.
Right, yeah. Well, then you have to do it in the accent then, probably. Whereabouts are you from, Stinker?
Whereabouts? I'm from the glorious state of Arizona in
Okay.
the U.S. of A. The southest state that doesn't have an accent.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I'm not picking up on any accents.
We talk like people sing for some reason. It's some sort of grand experiment or something. Everyone like there are some people that talk Southern, but they try to talk Southern. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
It's the kind of people to purchase and wear a cowboy hat.
I think it's like fun for people to adopt an accent. You know, I think it gives them like a sense of in like being a part of something. Maybe I'm not totally sure, but I do notice that people will actually adopt accents.
Yeah, that's why I wax German sometimes. I mean, what?
I actually got comments a lot. You know, like I'm not gonna say exactly what I do for a job, but I do communicate quite a bit with people. You know, and constantly I get remarks with my clients that I do in fact sound like an American. I get that a lot. And then here on the other side, when I'm speaking with Americans, is I get comments like that I sound like a Canadian. So it's kind of funny. I guess I can't win either way.
There's no winning. You spent too much time around us. You're a mutt now.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've literally heard people go, "Are you from New York?" And I'm like on the phone, like, "No, I'm I'm not from New York. I'm from Ontario."
All right, you guys, are we live right now?
Yeah, we are live. Welcome back, Chief. We're just waiting for your admin powers.
Excellent.
We already went over some of the players, but I'm gonna get your predictions, guys, of who you think's gonna win this match.
What do you think, Stinker?
I think a lot depends on Bizbo and Farazzle. I think these teams are evenly matched. But depending on how Bizbo and Farazzle play, I think those are the guys we should look for.
Let's see,
Yeah,
what's Frazzle's on Knight and Bizbo is he's also on Knight. Okay. So we'll be watching the Knights a lot.
I'm gonna give this one to Team Morning because I think Morning's gonna be extra try hard today. He really wants to win. He's a big tournament guy.
Tresboni goes down first in a 1v2. Quasi wins the 1v1 in the Rat duel off on the side. He's going to get some 10s as a result from that. Meanwhile, in mid, Masons complete the defense. They're both hurt, though. I don't think either of them want to go for Quasi.
Oh, did Jared lose the Rattle to Quasi? Oh, that's sad. That's not a good omen here.
Quasi is a professional rat main. Old chivalry boomer.
Yeah,
like
Jared's been pugging now. Jared's been pugging a lot. He shouldn't be losing to people that don't play. Yeah, I hate to see it.
It happens, you know. We've seen a lot of chivalry boomers here really come out and showing that you know, just because you're old doesn't mean you're useless.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so it looks like Agatha is taking a dominant lead. They're gonna get some torches out here. If they're splitting this up properly, what's going on here with the torches? These knights just seem to be contemplating a lot about what's going on in this fire pit. I'm not too sure if they're just figuring out how to throw the torches or what was going on there. There's some
Mesmerized by the glowing jeweled embers.
yeah, that was beautiful. Wow. They saw something in that fire. Maybe we should take a look at that.
I believe there's a 2-second cooldown on the torch pile on this map, and that's like the actual reason.
Okay, that makes sense. It just looks hilarious. Okay, so this okay, is this Morning and Ren here? Yeah, they have a lot of good synergy. You can tell just wrapping around Bizbo, he's trying his best to stay alive in that 2v1. It's just not going to work against players like that who are just so well synergized over the years they've been playing together. It looks like Agatha is going to have a dominant push here on the left side. Going over this tree trunk. Bill is doing some interesting footwork. He's trying to throw people off. I'm not too sure. Is that his Y-hander? Yeah, he does have his Y-hander. He's intimidating that man. He's saying, get off this rock. It's mine. I will one-shot you. It looks like they're going to go the back road here. They're getting stuck in an invisible wall, and they're getting pushed by Ren. And takes a little bit of fall damage. You know, you hate to see that. So we're going to see Bill engage here, which is probably what you'd expect. Nice dodge by Bill there. The Vanguard's getting surrounded on the left side. He goes down, and Bill as well. The Knights are not able to clean up after, unfortunately. Ren just really holding his own in that battle while the Vanguard sweep on the left side. But check this out.
Once again, yeah, Quasi won the rat duel again.
This Man-at-Arms here. Wow, Quasi. Easy. Chivalry Boomer style. And we have a rat flank in the spawn here, just looking to bide some time. A little bit of desync there, it looks like. Bizbo with a very convincing feint, but he got duped out. Doesn't really matter. What are you guys' thoughts on dupe?
Can't do it. Wish I could.
It's a mental thing. Alright, so the smart thing here is for Agatha to push the Masons as much as they can in front of this cart while still keeping it moving. Bill is going to run through right in the middle, but he goes down pretty quickly. Morning just sweeping through the right side, supporting his team. Wow.
Classic Morning.
Powerful.
Yeah, Buffalo, every time I make a prediction, it's wrong. So I'm actually going to predict the Taters team is going to win in a stomp here.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to try to remember to keep up the scoreboard. Apologies again. Getting some early hits here by the Knight. The Man-at-Arms is right in the thick of things, but he's gonna focus on the other Man-at-Arms in the opposite team there on the red side. And we're seeing the red Man-at-Arms just focusing, trying to help his best to hit the teammates. He's switching though all over the place. Agatha is losing this engagement, and Bizbo is gonna go down finally.
Ren and Morning putting up 15 kills together.
Yeah, Morning did another great job in that engagement. Basically, target switched on the Vanguard. I didn't see it coming a mile away with the comboing spear.
Ren, an extremely confident player, and just having Morning or having Morning by his side really helps him out a lot.
Yeah, Mordhau, my favorite player.
Yeah, Mordhau on his side. Why not, right? Crush could probably figure out a way to work a Mordhau AI into Chivalry. More her? Yeah, more. Alright, so what do you guys think needs to be done here to stop this push by the red side?
I believe they need to get more kills than the opposite team. But in reality, I'm thinking first they need to not TK, and then second they need to allow their Vanguard space. But it seems like they're doing a decent job. It collapses into 3 separate 1v1s. Jared goes for the swap, but Quasi catches him as the Knight wins his 1v1 in the duel with the Rat. Opposing Knight wins his, and that's the defense coming back.
Let's put some focus here on Frazzle and Bizbo really quickly. So when the match started, we were a little bit worried about where they might place themselves, considering we've seen very little of those two players. And it seems like Frazzle is coming out a little bit more on top here.
In that engagement, you saw Jared playing more like he usually does. Instead of taking the duel, he's just going around ratting, hitting everyone in the back. Looks like he's going to hang back here.
4v4 in mid, Quasi with the high flank, realizing the Man-at-Arms is far away, goes back to join his team, but it's too late.
Great picks by
Shadow.
Morning here.
Shadow almost had that, actually.
That early parry is going to ruin him there. Oh, and the knife saves his life. Wow. And
how the hell did Tater stay alive there?
So he was hit by a rogue knife, which reset his parry lockout, it looks like.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. At least I think that's what
Ren.
happened. Ren! Wow!
Ren!
Wow,
He is
Ren just
insane.
doing absolute insane amounts of damage here in the middle.
Ren was right in the middle of the whole team, too, the enemy team, and he just kind of ran through and then got that double reverse.
Yeah, I don't think anyone expected to see that. Wow. Ren 12-3 here, really showing up today.
Alright, this is a risky push. If they get deleted here, it's going to be bad because they won't respawn in time. They need to at least get a couple picks. It doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Bill fearless in the face of a desync.
Yep, that was the opposite of what they wanted to happen right there.
You usually see quite a bit of steam on these objectives. I think two teams like this are quite evenly matched, so I'm not surprised that we're seeing this this sort of push back and forth here. So it looks like we have the man-at-arms baiting on the left side there. Ren's going to take the first game. Great. Wow. Really nice parry by Ren there. Lots of damage going out on the right by Morning, and equal amounts of damage by Dresboni on the left side there. Quasi getting a pick on the back line. The man-at-arms running to hit that punish there. They're able to 2v1 very quickly, Morning. And Tater says, no, I don't care about that feint. I'm going to hit you. Well played by Agatha there.
Did he feint it? I thought he just like attacked and it just stopped or something. I guess
You know,
that would be
honestly,
called a feint.
that, yeah. you may be right, actually. I'm not too sure. Okay, so Agatha putting a lot of pressure on this door here. Unfortunately, Quasi does go down. The Vanguards are both here to assist, though. Bill putting himself in a pretty awkward predicament. Ooh, and he goes for the trade there. Avenge 2 trades to take down Morning. That's not what you want, especially being a Vanguard.
It was a very strange fight. It's not even over.
There's a 2v1 going on the left side here. Frazzle's staying alive for a very long time.
The Agathians split which side of the burning cart they decided to go off of, and they ran into differing numbers of Mason spawns, so it was uneven on both sides.
Ooh, Strato, a little bit of desync there.
That is an awkward TK. Nice hits by Tater there. And he follows through, very confident. Frazzle feeling the same way, though. Bill trying his best, but unfortunately just being surrounded and feinted so many times, there's not much you can do. Agatha gearing up for a left side push, it looks like, facing the objective. The Quasi gets a bit caught out. They're all kind of jumbled up here. The Vanguard's trying to get away, but there's not much you can do on the Agathian side, sorry. Tater with a nice hit. Wow.
2 consecutive great sword lookdowns. 3.
There's 3. I think every kill I've seen so far of Tater has just been a great look down. Just instant.
With the great sword making sounds like when you hit a deer on the highway.
Yeah, kind of. Alright, here we go. This is pretty much where the game begins on this last objective.
We're seeing demands to sub in Shadow here. The scoreboard is quite even at this point.
You know, it's funny, this whole tournament, Strato's been on Vanguard, but he always plays Knight in Pugs, so I'm surprised they were choosing that route.
Nasty team hit. Tater's trying to get in by behind, but he gets caught out, unfortunately. Morning and Ren able to punish pretty quickly.
Quasi with the rat mind games takes it, but it's not enough.
Let's get a Ren cam going here, as requested here in the chat. Let's see just what kind of presence he has in these engagements. 17-7. He's absolutely gaming right now.
He's taken mad aggro at the beginning of the fights and then surviving while also getting damage off. It's very huge.
Nice punish. Misses the parry there. He goes for the hit. Gets it from behind. Nice target switch. The Vanguard had no idea what was happening. He does go down. Pretty well played by Ren all around there, but unfortunately his team did fall. Jared winning his 1v1.
3v1.
The Mason
right for the
Chieftain
tower, though.
is gaming.
Chieftain deciding he doesn't want to walk up the ramp.
Jared gets taken out, yeah. Ooh, just a cluster of an engagement there. Ren shaking his head. He's not happy with what just happened. Ren and Morning decisively just taking out that Vanguard there.
Yeah, so they get a quarter of progress in their first push. I think the Chieftain will heal that damage he took in the beginning. Mason really needs to group up and get some forward pushes here.
We're seeing Quasi in a 2v1 here, trying his best to stay alive. Soon to be a 3v1, getting lots of hits in though. He brings the Vanguards down to nearly no HP. If Agatha's able to push on that momentum, it'll mean a lot.
Look at the Chieftain is gonna initiate the fight here.
The Chieftain.
Look at him go.
He's basically another player here.
Look at him running up and parrying.
He's shaking his head.
Get him, Chieftain.
Wait, where'd he go?
Bad TK there.
The Chieftain has disappeared for me. I'm not too sure what just happened there.
He's taking up position outside the wall.
Oh, there he is.
Right side.
Yeah, he's quite confidently holding this. Guys, he's doing a little jig. And yeah, I think it's the biggest issue with Mordhau maps is they don't design the game mode and the maps in sequence. They just design a map and throw a game mode in there, which is not how Shiv's maps were designed for the most part. The game modes were designed with the maps in mind. Jared with a really nice hit around the side there. Pressuring this knight, putting him in a really awkward spot. Not much he can do. Agatha's getting punished. Ooh, but Dresboni does get a really nice repost off. Goes for the backswing. Unfortunately, is not as fast as that broadsword stab.
Oh, the Chieftain taking down Quasi,
Wow.
no problem.
You hate to see it here, folks. The biggest ship boomer of them all, Mason Chieftain, just proved his superiority over Quasi. Yeah, beautiful 2v1 by the Chieftains. They're really playing together here. You love to see it. Bill, again, initiating this fight with Tater. The Knights need to get in and support them, though. Otherwise, they're going to go down. Unfortunately, they're just too caught up in these other fights on top. And they're both going to go down.
Agatha kind of psyching themselves out on the elevation there. It was sort of an awkward place for them to take a fight. They're switching it up each time. They went left, they went right, they went center. Where are they going to go now? Definitely not left. They don't want to run into the Chieftain again. But now Mason taking the fight to them.
Sir, needs some
Ren
calls
doing a good job. Ren and Morning in a team fight is just really strong. When they get together and they start swinging.
Yeah, Morning and Ren have very consistent synchronicity in every combat scenario I see them. They're always helping each other out, surrounding the opponents. It's like I'm watching them play Mordhau.
It's solid engagement from Agatha there. All right, which one are they going to go for? They should probably get that Chieftain on the left before he runs away.
I don't know if they know he's there.
Ren is going to get caught out here, I think. If he's not careful. He's backing up to his team pretty hastily. Ooh, an awkward team hit.
Bill. Ouch.
That Zweihander does not feel good. Great double parries by Tater, just staying alive as long as he can here. He's going to get pressured by Morning. He's going to go down. Mason is pushing the advantage here. Taking down one at a time. Bill does get a kill, but hopefully... Unfortunately, it's not enough for Bill.
Kind of a scuffed push there for Agatha.
Very awkward, yeah.
They didn't have everyone there. Quasi broke off early to take care of that Chieftain.
It's true. Plus, when Ren got caught out, he did a great job of surviving, and he forced that team in. Okay, 1v3 against the Chieftains. Oh, man, they don't even make a move. They're all just stuck in place over there. You see that little trifecta?
Yeah,
of
we have. I mean,
Chieftains?
they have. Oh, they're
I
they're
wouldn't
they're
wanna go near
also
that.
ethereal for me. They're coming in and out of existence. Frazzle goes down. A little bit of awkward engagement. Bill played that really smart. They really need to push this advantage now and make some progress. Morning just staying alive as long as he can in that 2v1. The Knight switches off him, says it's taking way too long. He's going to go help his team elsewhere. Tater and Morning just dueling it out. I think Bill and Bill and Co just finally realize they need to help him out. And they're going to push this this top tower. It doesn't look like Quasi's going for the Chieftains this time. Looks like they're just going to take try to take tower control here.
All right, it is even numbers on tower. Oh, one more for Agatha. Where's Morning at right now?
Morning was the last to die, so he's just joining the engagement now. He instantly gets a pick, though. Really trading here. We got a 2v3, and Agatha does lose, unfortunately, in that engagement.
Surprisingly, very high impact from Strato there on that fight. Threads the needle with a target switch and completely stops all the momentum of whoever he hit.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate of Thug. They would have gained a lot of ground there if they had won that fight. They really put all their cards in that push.
They did get 2 quarters of the tower, and the huge thing is that those 3 Chieftains are grouped up, so if they get the tower all the way down, it's really only going to take one person with a long weapon to get all 3 Chieftains dead. Looks like that's what they're going for right here. They're going to send their whole team over.
Smart rotation by Blue here. Ooh, that Knight is getting collapsed on in the middle, though. We're seeing a Vanguard and Man-at-Arms duel. The Vanguard's using his footwork to his advantage. He's going to switch off. Looks like it was a fake switch, actually. Wow,
Yeah.
Bizbo just destroyed them in that 2v1. Really, really great work, but unfortunately, it may not be enough for him, and he goes down.
Morning
Really good
ended up
try by
fighting.
Bizbo there.
Morning ended up fighting Bill in a duel out in front of the gate, and he won that duel, and then that was pretty much a rip for that push. I would never have Morning duel one of my teammates because it's just not going to end up very good for them.
Yeah, well, Morning is known for his dueling capability. Mastermind game. Wow, excellent double hit by Morning there. Tater not trying his best to deal damage and get those kills out, but unfortunately he's just not doing enough with that greatsword. He does go down as well. Gambler 4142 says, "Put me in. I'm big good re." Is that a?
Oh yeah, he's on Jared's team and he didn't get to play this tournament so far. Probably because he's not very good.
Wow. I hate to see it here, folks.
Got it.
Okay, so we have Agatha here really surrounding Mason. It doesn't look like they're able to do much with it, though, unfortunately. Okay, Ren does go down. The Man-at-Arms is on his last leg here. He goes down as well. This is turning an Agatha advantage, but they're so pushed out at this point. Ooh, and they forces a TK there. Unfortunately, they might have to wait to reset it. They'll get a little bit of ground, but it's not going to be enough to push all the way through. Very
All right.
smart push by the red side that time.
Go to the Chieftains quick. We're going to see a 1v3.
Oh, we have Quasi on the Chieftains here.
They're all going to... Oh, they're not attacking them. They're not turning
Oh,
around.
Quasi
Oh my
goes
god.
down once again. No. Quasi, unfortunately, just not able to make a concisive play on those Chieftains. They are
The
just...
chieftains in the corner being just about as useful as any higher ups in government.
True.
Yeah, really, just showing us here what a president can do, right? Ren just surrounding Bill. He does take a team hit. Bill's staying alive for a really long time. He gets some damage in. Ren does not care about that fake switch at all, though, and he just follows through with an attack. But they were giving progress this whole time.
They were, but this last quarter progress is all or nothing, so they have to get all that progress for it to count as a point.
And now, at this point, we're going to get a little bit concerned about time. 3 minutes 45 left on the clock, and the defense has been solid.
Just take a look at the board here, guys. We have Morning and Ren really playing it up for their team, really showing up today. And despite Quasi being, you know, relatively objective focused, he's still able to maximize kills on the board as well. Ren just trying to brute force his way in to get the enemy team to turn around. Unfortunately, that does not work as well as it does in Mordhau, I hate to say. And he does go down as well.
Yeah, they're gonna bum rush these 3 chieftains, and it's probably gonna work out pretty well for them.
Yeah, this is pretty much the last leg of progress they need to get. These chieftains have no idea what's going on. They are scared. This is miserable. Jared does take out one. The chieftains are backing them up. They're not able to get any kill. Okay, so one goes down.
The chieftain TK'd his own kind.
And he kicks him to death.
Well, even though they were useless back there standing together, they weren't actually able to tank a lot of damage, so only one of them ended up dying.
Yeah, the chieftain did get a kill. That was a big upset.
Oh, they got to kill that engagement? Oh man.
Yeah, I believe so. It was on the other chieftain, I'm pretty sure.
Actually colluded with Agatha team.
Yeah. Wow, really nice drags here by Bill, just absolutely crushing. This is what I expected to see more of from Bill. Wow, 3 kills and Tater backing it up. They need to make the most of this push, but I don't know if they're going to have enough ground here. Really good plays by Bill and Tater there, but unfortunately it may be for naught.
Let's see. Oh yeah, the chieftain's backpedaling now. That's good. It's a tactical move by the chieftain to get out of there.
Yeah, the chieftains are in communication with the red team, of course. They're all controlled, actually, by Crush. So thank you so much, Crush, for supporting this tournament. We appreciate that. It may be also why they're acting so funny. They all have about 120 paying even, so...
I imagine they're controlled by whatever godforsaken Tornbanner employees are still in charge of this game in some cobweb-covered corner of the office somewhere.
They haven't been paid in years.
Yeah, they're just
chained to their desks.
Water! Please.
Oh, man.
I'm tired of being a chief. Yeah, they're playing this on like a Windows DOS computer or something.
Oh man.
40 seconds left. They have to get that last chieftain and the tower. They have to do it in one push, basically. I don't know if they can do it. They're splitting.
Well, they might get the tower right here, actually.
Nice. 2v1s. That Man-at-Arm is playing very indecisive. No, Drez with the TK.
No.
That's going to mean so much. That sort of war is not a toy, man. Quasi and Morning dueling it out. Morning out of stamina.
They got the tower. They
Wow.
got it. Wow.
They actually got...
Well
They
played. What were We're not going to repeat that one, Jay. What was the time there?
12 seconds was the
12
official
seconds,
time.
guys. Yes, please, guys, no shouting in the chat. Diamond has sensitive ears. Thanks, guys. Wow. So honestly, what do you guys think the Agathian side could have done better there to get that push in earlier?
Their knights could have played more on the same page. It's hard to shut down Ren when he's playing so well. But the knight play, that's the key, I believe.
What do you think, Chief?
Sorry, what was the question for Agatha to do well this time?
More or less, what do you think Agatha could have done in that situation to push through a little bit easier? So, like, what were they? What could they have changed up?
They were having Tater and Bill. They got out of the team fights too many times. Like you saw Bill dueling, you saw Tater dueling. Like they really needed to keep Tater and Bill focused on the 5v5 and use Quasi's edge over Jared in dueling to get that rat duel. Because if you let if you let someone like Morning just go through the lines, you know, he needs to be stopped. He needs to be put down. And Tater has the ability to 1vx, and he's a pretty good support actually. Kind of gambly, but for this round though, this round is gonna be really crucial to see which team's knights stay alive longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of like what Stinker was saying about just how much presence Ren has out there.
Yeah, for sure. Ren and who's his other knight? Frazzle versus Dresboni and Bisbo. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be on Bisbo's shoulders. But they generally just have to. What was that? 14. I think that was a 14-minute hold, that last objective.
Yeah, it was outrageously long.
Yeah, so it's very beatable for Morning's team here. In fact, I would say if they don't win, I'll be pretty surprised.
I agree.
It's like I forget who was saying it, but when two even teams go up against each other, it's almost inevitable they'll finish the map.
Yeah, it's sort of what we were touching base on earlier. Just, we were seeing a lot of back and forth in the early year objectives. It was a lot less of that closer to the end. I think there's a little the red team got a little bit more comfortable with what position they were in, and they were able to hold the line a lot better. Okay, so we do have an interesting request here from Mark the Mall Great. Okay, so there's no bias in that name whatsoever. Hello, I'd like the Maul to be great, please. Can we increase damage? And we should be able to throw our Mauls. What do you guys think?
In the trash?
Rebuttal there, make them all great.
Oh, we need to make them great again. I see.
Bigger range. I like it, says Dark Art. So yeah,
I remember someone made a mod. I think it was in Terradus back in the day. They made a mod that there's a video of it up on YouTube somewhere, still floating around, where they increased the size of the mall to like 20 times the size it should be. So everyone was walking around with these gigantic mallets, smacking each other from halfway across the map. It was incredible.
What's the weapon the archers have? It's the cudgel. That's my favorite weapon in the game, by far.
The best is when a Vanguard uses it too. He busts that out.
Now that is a true Chad play when you see a Vanny with a cudgel. Is that doable on this mod?
I'm not sure what the Vanguard secondaries are on this mod.
Yes, it is. Beautiful.
You know, you may be onto something. We could add one like 150% size person to each team per match.
It'll be up to the teammates to decide amongst themselves who the Chad will be.
Who the giant is. That'd be kind of fun.
Entropy, this is an FOV for casting. This is not an FOV for playing.
What is it, like 75?
No, it's still 115. It's just not like 150. Hey, you want me to do 120? Yeah, I can bump it up a little bit if you guys want. That's fine.
Play on what was the EU player who played on like 165? Dusty. Play on his 165.
I'm not gonna play on I'm not gonna be playing, guys, so you don't have to worry about what the FOV is. It starts to look really disgusting in a third person perspective if you're having it like 160. Looks a lot worse. Did he really play in 160?
165? It was pretty. The guy was a hammerhead shark, basically.
Wow.
I played scrims on 165 back in the day. It's not too bad once you get the range down, anyways.
Right. I think that's what always messes me up is I start to lose range. Relearning range is one of the most infuriating things.
I'll tell you one thing though, if you watch like Nate's first person stream playing on 140, it looks like he's moving in slow motion compared to what it looks like on 155.
Interesting. All right, so interesting choice. We actually have Morning on the Rat this time around.
Yeah, putting Jared on Vanguard for the first time this tournament, I'm actually really excited. Return of the Sandwich here.
It makes sense here. They want Morning to win this left side duel by all at all costs here, and you know sending Morning to duel generally is the best thing you can be doing.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point. Unfortunately, it looks like the main line's getting deleted here.
Yeah, pretty decisive win by Mason on here.
Morning got the duel. He's gonna get maybe 2 tenths, probably just 1. Yeah, he's only getting 1.
When you have a player like Morning who you're very confident in his ability to 1v1, you know, setting him guaranteeing at least 110 every engagement that you might lose in an even fight is still the smarter player.
And something that Thuk was touching on earlier, the captain's flexibility. Jared can play Rat or Vanguard, so this switch was no problem for him.
Just sort of having that depth, yeah.
Jared's on Spear now. You don't really see that too often. I like it though.
Ooh, really good reverses by Bill there, just crushing through the line. Mason really showing up to this fight a lot more now. Really good plays by Bill and Tater there. Yeah, really, they just need Drez and Bisbo to stay alive in these engagements. That's really what we need to see. Bill is T-sided. I don't know what that means.
Well, the T-side here is Agatha. So, I mean, hey, I don't know what you mean by that, but...
We're having a very intense rat duel. Morning wins the rat duel once again. He seems to be
he's clumsying.
He seems to be clumsying to the objective.
Very
brave here by Morning, just clumsying his way to the objective. He's basically skipping along rocks.
He just lagging. Yeah, very convenient that it happened when he was trying to run to the torches, man.
I'm not gonna comment to that effect. It did look like lag. I have seen lag like that before, I will say.
I've seen him do it before, but it's always at these super convenient times when he's trying to be fast. So, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Why did Quasi run away from Morning there?
Quasi lost the duel against Morning. Unless you meant
he's
just.
No, I mean right now.
Yeah, like right now he's like not going to engage him. I don't know why he's doing that.
He's trying to.
He got a free tent out of it.
Trying to save the engagement in the middle. I'm not too sure what he was thinking there.
I don't know. There's 1 tent left on that side, and still Quasi's watching Morning.
Maybe they're just they've had enough.
Honor guarding.
Yeah, maybe they are.
I want to say that Quasi was more concerned with losing the duel. I'm not sure why he wouldn't push in that instance.
No, maybe you're right. Maybe he was waiting for the engagement to happen. I guess it worked out pretty well for him, except for those tents that they lost.
We'll see here in a moment.
I like what Ren is doing, kind of playing at range here. This is a really weird series of events right now. Just watching these stare down contests.
This does sort of favor Agatha because they are the attackers pushed out here.
First actual 5v5.
Wow!
Go the way of Mason's.
Great push through by Drez, getting on that back line. Ooh, that's an awkward TK. Do we have eyes on the rat? I think
the rat's already dead.
I think he went down.
Yeah, Morning was in that.
I like the pole hammer choice by Tater. It seems to be a nice like pocket clutch pick in these scenarios where, especially in a draft tournament where you have weaker players that you can take advantage of, and if some of them happen to be knights, you can mop up with something like the pole hammer.
Wow, great stab drag by Drez there. Good cleanup by Drez. Well done. Drez showing just because he's not a chivalry main does not mean you should be counting him out. Nice little cleanup on the side here. This is a pretty decent hold from what we've seen.
Yeah, this is sad for Team Agatha here. Not really working out having Jared on Vanguard, but
You know, we're talking about the effect of that synergy that Ren and Morning usually bring to these fights. Maybe it's just something they've lost with Jared, not necessarily to speak to the performance of him as a player, just more, just having that synchronicity. Little opening by the Mason Knight here, trying to get around. Drez once again going in. This might just go in Agatha's favor. They got an early pick, but Drez getting behind Ren. Really good footwork. And that Knight on the left side, Bisbo just staying alive as long as he can. Jared trying to get a switch off. The lead, needs to stay alive in that situation. A little bit too confident with his attacks there, and Morning is able to punish that. Well played there by Morning and Sandwich Man. Well
I think
played.
they're both gonna get a tent here. Oh, Morning took the close tent. Why would he do that? That was such a throw.
A little error there on Morning's side.
Oh my god.
That's not what you like to see here.
That would have been the objective right there. Holy fuck.
I missed it. Did they throw the torch at the same thing?
Ren gets 2 kills, though. This could mean a lot for Agatha. And he's getting constant damage off. Ren just tearing apart the Mason line right now. 3 kills. Wow.
Large drag.
Yeah, Ren is a known dueler boy. So, not someone to mess with in a
Quasi
fight.
with knives to try and stop it. Not enough to get it, but definitely was not as fast as the other teams.
That's interesting to see. I honestly didn't expect to see such a defense.
Perhaps now, depending on how rough of a time they have on the second objective, if they have a rough time, you can begin to question the swap they made.
They actually did switch back, it looks like. Wow, Mason's staying alive for a really long time. That alone just grabbed them an extra 40 seconds. That was well played.
Triz Boney popping off this time around. You love to see it. Using the Sow of all things.
That is my favorite weapon in the game because it's just disgusting.
He's out here playing Toothpick Wars.
Yeah. He's just feigning Sorry, I was just so enamored by Driz Boney feigning absolutely nothing for about 3 or 4 seconds there. Just, threatening with those stabs, because they are honestly quite intimidating. It doesn't really matter what range you're at. Okay, so the Knights and the Vanguards are spread pretty evenly here. Knights trying to get around and hit the Vanguards in the back, but the Vanguards are just footworking their way out of it, and they're going to collapse on this Knight here. It might not mean all that much, because the left side is falling. Oh, and Jared is able to trade there, leaving it just up to Tater. With 0 stam and a dream, he does go down, unfortunately. That was really well played there by Agatha. They were able to stay alive when they were just overwhelmed by the Mason order. That's right, the dream never dies. Okay, so some quick engagements here by the Masons. Trying to get that early pick on the Vanguard for overextending, and they are able to do it. The Knights now getting punished on the left side. Morning pushed the Knight on the back. He got the kill, but it might not mean that much. He gets 2v1, and the same can be said about Jared there, unfortunately. Well played by Mason, just really just like surrounding the Agatha order and kind of conquering them one by one. That was pretty well played, huh? So what do you guys think Agatha needs to do here now to really to turn this fight in their favor?
I'm honestly not quite sure.
Their bottom 3 needs to do better.
Simply put.
Look at Mason's bottom 3 compared to them. Just doing a lot better.
Stats don't lie, except when they do. In this case, they don't.
Wow. Said like a man of science. Look, I need Tater to win here, so I don't got to deal with it. If I'd done insert unimportant detail of a duel that didn't matter, I'd have won for the next week. Says Dark Art. How do you feel about that one, Chief?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna keep a camera on Strato here for a little bit. And thank you so much, guys, for the follows. If you are enjoying the stream, please remember to follow. We will be any tournaments in the future that I am asked to cast, I will be most likely putting them here. It's pretty exciting, Stinker, to like see these ship tournaments again. It's kind of got me back in the mood for it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it gets you back in the mood until you actually play the video game itself. But I understand what you mean. The nostalgia is real.
I'm a little bit afraid.
I kid there too. I've had a lot of fun.
I'm a little nervous to actually spawn in and set the FOV to the good old 140 and see how I do. It's been a while.
No nerves, only dreams.
That's right. Wow, so I just noticed we have 7 clips. We can actually go over some of the awesome clips. There's one I want to watch that Stinker did. I was really impressed by. I was like going off, Stinker, when you I forget what's happening. I think I literally said, I was like, oh, there's not much. I was like, there's not much you can do here, and you just killed everyone. It's great.
It was a bit of a slippery boy play. It looks like we've unpaused here.
Yeah, so they're getting a 2-minute time penalty because of that bullshit fucking lagging that Morning did to get the tents.
Definitely unlucky. Even if it was just straight up internet lag, like you can't disregard the teleporting, the speed increase that happens when you do lag. Even if it is just like Wi-Fi.
Yes, it definitely gave him that. Yeah, it could very well be legit lag, but like Chief and Stinker said, the fact remains it sped him up either way, right? Okay, I'm noticing a pretty consistent engagement pattern by the Agatha side. They always seem to split off one knight to the right, another to the left, and have the Vanguard back them up. Pretty traditional style. With the Masons, though, I do see them stacking knights, interestingly enough.
Oh, they need to put this rat down immediately. Oh, Quasi's doing a great job. Unfortunately, that traded.
Masons are going to retaliate here. Agatha's going to get reinforcements, and there was a bit of a delay here on the Mason spawns. They're missing one of their players. Actually, I was wrong. He did just show up, and Morning is going to face him in a duel. Quite confident stinking that knight in the duel. It may not work out for them, though. There's 2 picks for the Mason side so far. Morning comes in, though. He gets the instant kill on the Mason man-at-arms. Ren's able to sweep up the other Vanguard, and it's left to a 2v2. Ren in a very bad state. Beautiful switch there by Bill. Oh, he's out of stamina. He needs his teammate to punish her. Wow, what a stab drag by Ren.
Yeah, we're just seeing that synergy between Morning and Ren. You saw Bill get stammed out, and instead of having Morning hit him, Ren went in, hit him, and hit one other player, flinching him.
Very fortunate for the Masons that they died early in the fight, and the fight lasted long enough to where they came in, and Agatha didn't really get any progress.
Ooh.
Now the polehammer comes back in, doing work. It's unfortunate. Jared had an absolutely insane double parry that previous fight. Double back parry.
Yeah, and they ended up getting no progress for that after all that.
Okay, so you guys think the move here now?
Real.
You think the move here now is to push up?
I believe so, if they're all healthy enough. And even you know, you can always push up, and this time between the spawns, they can push up and then back up like they're doing now while they wait for their last one. Just threatening it and not giving that space for free is important.
We're
The
really
spawns
picked
are
by
as close
Bisbo
as
here.
They are.
Okay, so Tater hitting up the back line here with that pull hammer. Really clean play by Mason there. Everyone seems to be in pretty good health. These Stinker said it. Everyone's eating their vegetables, which is great to see. Okay, early pick. 2 early picks for Agatha here, and it was an instant trade by the Mason side. Morning is cleaning up in this 2v1 though. Let's see if Bill can do the same.
Bill just 1v3'd and got 2 kills, man.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Bill did all he could there. Jeez,
I don't think they're going to get any progress now. No, they know it too.
Yeah, the Masons are able to contest this. This is
huge.
This is the safest play here for Agatha to kind of group up in the middle, wait for a full push.
But now they have to win this engagement, or else they're looking at almost 5 minutes.
I think if this was me, and I would honestly, I may very well, if I was that close to my spawn already, I might be telling my teammates to go up under the cliff and drop down closer to the cart.
If Morning can pull out this 1v2, man.
Oh, he gets one.
Well, he takes a wild reverse swing, but he gets the feint, and he's going to get the cart right here.
That combo
Morning, that was
feint.
sick.
That combo feint. Wearing the stupidest helmet I've ever seen. Wow. Well played, Morning. Well played.
He is shameless about that helmet.
Yep.
Oh,
He was out of stem and won an important 1v1 with a large slash drag.
yeah, you do get stamina back on getting kills, so that was huge for him. Yeah, Morning tried to go for the early parry there, and it didn't really work out for him.
Wow. Wow.
Right.
Jared
On the
with a
rat.
2v1. Really well played.
They might get it. They did.
Wow. Jared just absolutely carried that last push for him, for his teammates.
All right, 4 minutes and 30 seconds to get that push through the fence. They really just need to get one good team engagement here. Start hitting the fence.
Agathians expertly dodged the flaming boulder.
Another great play by the Agathians. Good reverse by Bisbo there. Just trying to stay alive.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
He does get TK'd by that pull hammer. That thing's a dangerous sweeping tool. Ooh, another team hit by that pull hammer. Jeez Louise. He's got to watch where he's swinging that thing.
He got a lot of team hits, but he was using it to combo and keep Strato busy while his teammate came up and killed him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tater just is sweeping through the opposition. And his teammates alike. Wow, great execution there by Quasi. He does get caught out by Morning and the Agathian Knight, though. Morning trying to get around. He gets stabbed in the back. Bill played his footwork really well there. Bill just so confident that his teammates is going to kill that guy behind him. He's not even worried about him. Really well played, guys. Wow. You're seeing the Masons a lot more confident now with their plays, which is pretty...
It's a matter of how well they can keep the snowball going. Like, it's incredible, I think, that they brought it back as much as they've done.
Yeah. Yeah, 26-11-26. Bill is gaming.
I think that time penalty really had a psychological effect on both teams. Just knowing that you're down by 2 minutes and you only have 5 minutes left, it's not looking good.
Yeah, and Bill and Morning are having quite good games. I mean, Bill is just insane here. 28, 11, and 26. This guy is wild. You guys are not kidding. Okay, so Tater and Bill are getting overwhelmed by Agathians right now.
Agatha really needs to focus on not dropping anyone here.
Dresboni very boldly attacks the wall here. He's going to get as much damage in as he can. Put it in a very awkward spot. Quasi able to finish up one of the knights for him. Trying to get some damage in, but he goes down in the middle of a dodge. Those tracers don't always line up, guys.
All right.
Bill gets caught on the torch. That is awkward. Morning's going to punish. Bill goes for the trade. Smart decision here. Agatha does push through, though. Ooh,
that's a great reverse from Morning.
Wow. Oh, and he
Unfortunately,
misses
whips
it. Wow,
And he gets his-
and the teabag, the disrespect that Tater's showing here.
Not surprised.
So what's the what's the time? You said they have a 2-minute penalty, right? And they got it down to 13 seconds. Is that correct?
Yeah, 13 seconds. So it's still totally winnable here. They need to have some good engagements. They can't throw any time away.
Okay, Chief, I'll let you do the math because I did not pass my math class.
They have roughly 4 minutes.
Okay, thank you. I wasn't joking.
All right, it's a good pick on Bill. They need to put this guy down. That's good. That's good. All right. Will Frazzle turn around in time?
If I was Agatha here, I'd be panicking while staring at mannequins. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that's a huge kill for Frazzle in the duel against Tater.
Wow, Frazzle
He's gonna
can
get this
spin.
down.
Nice.
All right,
work
they
by
got one
Frazzle
chieftain
there.
down.
And they're gonna
chieftains
get
down.
another one right here.
3 chieftains down. That's kind of a throw from Mason, not picking up all those people fighting chieftains. Because the tower fight is really just 2 engagements. You win the forward engagement, and then you win the engagement on tower, and you win the game. Plenty of time here. Just under 4 minutes. 2:11. Yeah, good math there, Dark
Wow.
Art.
Great hits by Morning there. Wow. Couldn't have played Zwei better myself. Really well done. And they're getting this progress. Okay, Mason's finally able to catch up. Morning's going to take the smart move here. He's got to back up, let his team support him from behind. Bell's not taking that, though. And Dresboni's a little bit confused on what he should be doing here. And he gets hit. Bill's not happy about that one. Wow, great feint to fate
All
punish
right.
by Morning
This
there.
is huge for Agatha. They have the 4v3 advantage. Plus the knight gets stammed out.
Ooh, that's a very awkward.
This
amount of
could be
forward
it for
Tater.
Agatha right here.
This is huge.
This would be the biggest throw in chivalry history for Mason to lose this game right now.
You heard it here, folks. The biggest throw in chivalry history is about to go down unless we see
Agatha
Mason
needs
push
to
through
start
here.
killing these 2 people before the rest of their team gets up. What are they doing? Agatha counter throwing here.
Just absolute fear in the hearts of Mason right now. Super unfortunate. Dres trying his best to stay alive, and he is doing it. He's staying alive for a long time here. Ooh, Ren with the nasty.
Still
reverse
looking good for
sweep.
Agatha. This is a throw from Mason for the books, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god.
We're down to the wire here, guys. Check this out.
I have never seen anything like it.
With exactly, they win by.
But unless Bill clutches this. Oh my god, what a throw.
Exactly 2 minutes they win by.
Wow, guys, you hate to see it. Amazing play by Agatha there. A really good attempt by Mason to defend that last point there.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't believe what I just watched.
It's hard to comment because that just happened so quickly.
The odds must have been like 25-1 that they were going to lose that there. Someone just made a lot of money in Vegas, folks.
Yeah, I did DDoS Morning's internet there. I was really hoping they were going to lose. I did make a bet against them. That's very unfortunate for me.
I gave him that little speed boost in the beginning.
Yeah, I am in coherence here with Chief, who gave him the penalty. You know, I was the one doing the DDoS, so it couldn't be traced back to us. But since they won anyways, it doesn't matter if I tell you now.
That was so strange. I wouldn't be surprised if there were some shadowy entities exchanging neat bucks behind the scenes after that one, dude. I swear, that was so weird.
Oh my god.
That's not something you like to see there. Wow. I mean, in any situation, that's super unfortunate for one team, but just a great push by the other, you know.
Good news for me though is it shows that that Josh picked a shitty team like we all thought, and they end up going down in the same round as my team. So really, all's well that ends well.
Dark Art here, convinced he's going to be hearing about this for weeks. Quasi, so what was going on with those chieftains there, Quasi? The folks want to know at home. Why were they so big brain? I want to know. Who is engineering those chieftains to hide so perfectly? It seems a bit uncanny. the Torn Banner executives, as Stinker pointed out earlier, were clearly behind the works of this. So that's super unfortunate. It's something you hate to see.
What's the guy's name? Steve Pickett?
Steve Pickett is yes, Steve Pickett. Where's the yeah, the music is coming in now on board. Who was wasn't there like a developer of Chivalry who actually created Tabletop Simulator? Is that true, or is it just like a similar person that worked on both games?
I honestly don't know. I couldn't think of anything that would put me to sleep faster than Torn Banner dev politics.
Yeah, I guess that. Okay, so Kamiko, the comms manager, left, and co-dev Tabletop Simulator, and she used to be at Shiv Games several a month. Okay, try not to fall asleep or Stinker. I just was curious, I promise.
I remember one of the in-game bots, all the in-game bots are named after the devs, and that's all.
Did Chivalry Medieval Warfare have a Kickstarter? I don't remember. They must have, huh? Wow, so that was hard to comment. Let's go back and watch some of the clips that we saw, because we do have about 8 clips. It looks like right now. Sift through a few of those.
This clip of Morning, Nate just put it in Discord. Morning insane tower clutch. That is absolutely insane.
So we do have okay. Is this in the clips chat?
Yeah, it's in the clips channel.
Okay, perfect.
That is the throw. That I didn't realize that Morning clutched so hard. It wasn't really as much of a throw as I thought. And also, we're gonna be, so everybody knows, we're gonna be taking a 10-minute break before Jared's team plays again, so they can take a little bit of time.
Everyone can use the loo in the meantime.
Yeah, the loo. Okay, hopefully the sound. We'll have to. Yeah, hopefully the sound does come through here.
Plenty of time here. Just under 4 minutes. 2:11. Yeah, good math there, Dark
Wow.
Art.
Great hits by Morning there. Wow. Couldn't have played Zwei better myself. Really well done. And they're getting this progress. Okay, Mason's finally able to catch up. Morning's going to take the smart move here. He's going to back up, let his team support him from behind. Bell's not taking that, though. And Dresboni's a little bit confused on what he should be doing here. And he gets hit. Bill's not happy about that one. Wow, great feint to fate punished by Morning
This
there.
is huge for Agatha. They have the 4v3 advantage. Plus the knight gets stammed out.
Ooh, that's a very awkward.
This could be it for Agatha right here.
This is huge.
This would be the biggest throw in Chivalry history for Mason to lose this game right now.
Reset his parry lockout, it looks like.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. At least I think that's what happened. Ren! Wow!
Ren!
Wow,
He's
Ren
insane.
just doing absolute insane amounts of damage here in the middle.
Ren was right in the middle of the whole team, too, the enemy team, and he just kind of ran through and then got that double reverse.
Yeah, I don't think hit by a rogue.
That was a good job stopping the cart from Stinker there.
Let's hope.
All right, 2v2 for the objective.
This is exciting to see. Stinker really playing to his strength here as a rat.
Ooh, excellent switch there.
Great
He's going
footwork.
for the cart.
He reads the feint.
Oh, no.
Gets the hit in. Gets the combo feint in.
No.
That's going to the montage, guys.
That was a good job stopping.
We have the Man-at-Arms trying to get behind Agatha, get some damage in. I don't think it's enough, though. He's just getting surrounded. Stinker's doing a lot of work, though. He can push through. He gets 2 kills. He dodges the next. That knight is out of stamina. He's going to get some damage off. He's got to worry about it. He's got teammates coming. He's just got to stay alive here. He's going to get some damage off while he does it. Stinker is absolutely insane. Insane by Stinker. Oh, my God. That man just single-handedly saved this push. He sees somebody he wants to kill.
Oh, he gets...
Although the chieftain is getting a little bit excited, he sees somebody he wants to kill.
Oh, he gets taken out.
He gets taken. Although the chieftain is getting a little bit excited, he sees somebody he wants to kill.
Oh, he gets taken out.
He gets taken.
In the corner.
Let's find.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Wow. I'm not sure. He's a little bit too far away from the objective, I think. But it looks like he's going to try to kill that chieftain.
Oh, bang. Insane waterfall. Oh my goodness. Oh, the chieftain taking some revenge on Bim Bim there.
We're seeing Skills taking on the chieftain, and two 1v1s going off on the,
Can
on the
Skills
balance
duel a
here.
chieftain?
Agatha's able to pull through, turning those 1v1s into a 2v2. And Skills is just going off on this chieftain. Cyclone tries to stop him, but it's way too late. Skills showing that he is the dominant gamer here. Cyclone and Skills going off 1v1. Both nearly out of stamina. Cyclone's going to get some help here. Oh, he's not able to save him in time.
He's
Skills
like
just
S-tier
dominating.
rat, dude.
Oh my god. Skills is just...
Team Cranberry on full tilt. There's no way they're not wholly tilted. Seconds for Mason.
That's 2 picks, guys.
Oh,
Sean!
my god!
Sean!
Oh, no. Sean with a triple kill. Oh my god, dude. 2 clutches in a row.
Sean absolutely crushed the opposition there. And he saved the Nate Nation.
Oh my god. What a game.
But
they're not going to do it. It's going to take an act of God here for them to turn this momentum around. But looks like Sticker's trying his best here. They can't drop any more men. They need to take this 4v2 and win cleanly. Oh, Nate. Oh, Nate.
Nate.
Look at him go.
That little micro feint.
He's no fear Nate now. Let's see if he...
Oh,
my
another
goodness,
one.
He's a beast.
Out of
Hello,
stand.
montage.
Hello,
montage.
Wow. He is. This man, I know a lot about Nate, and I know for a fact that Nate paid all those players to actually lose in that 1DX. So, this is his tournament. I'm just kidding.
It kind of looked like he did. I mean, he just went through him like...
Jared, these chieftains have no idea what's going on. They are scared. This is miserable. Jared does take out one. The chieftains are backing them up. They're not able to get any kill. Okay, so one goes down.
The chieftain TK'd his
Oh!
own kind.
And he kicks. He kicks. In the middle here.
Flowers is nice. Yeah, I think Flowers is going to be targeting Blonde here.
Wow. Great switch by Renatus. He does get taken down by Jeremy, and Blonde is able to finish off that Maul user. Look at how much pressure that Maul Knight was putting on Blonde in the middle there. He really took him out of fight.
Man, if they didn't have that TK right in the beginning on Buffalo, that engagement would have gone differently.
Yeah, I could definitely see.
Blonde's going to try and take out Renatus here. If he could do it, it would be absolutely huge.
Oh, Blonde takes out Flowers. Oh, he takes out Buffalo.
Oh my god.
The one shot on Edge Blonde single-handedly. 1v4.
Can he do the 5? At this point, he's already done so much. Wow.
Doesn't
It doesn't matter.
That push
That
from
was
Mason
mean.
is
Watching Morning.
Maybe they're just they've had
Mason
enough.
underguarding.
Yeah, maybe they are.
I want to say that Quasi was more concerned with losing the duel. I'm not sure why he wouldn't push in that instant.
No, maybe you're right. Maybe he was waiting for the engagement to happen. I guess it worked out pretty well for him, except for those tenths that they lost.
We'll see here in a moment.
Black sheep looking for a getaway. Got 2 plane tickets, baby, name your plane. Neighbor's dog plotting out his escape bar and downstairs and a lock that gate. We'll soon touch it to
Morning.
My do-re-mi's in real quick.
Oh crap! We caught that stinker. We got that all on the air.
Moving up the pipes, huh?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to match 3 here on day 2 of the Chivalry Draft Tournament. We actually have Unborn joining us today in the casting couch. Say what's up, Unborn.
Hello, pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thanks for being here with us today, Unborn.
Pleasure
You
to
are
watch Morning smash this guy into pieces. But yes.
you're sort of a legend here when it comes to casting, Unborn. I don't know how much you know about that.
Thank you. And 2, yeah, not much, but anytime I do it, I get a lot of kind comments, so I appreciate it.
Okay, well, allow me to add on. We're gonna go right into the Champions Duel. Looks like, or did it already happen? Did I miss it?
No, they were just fucking me around.
Okay, they were just fucking. Nice. So we have Blonde and Morning, X North grudge match. Something you like
In a
to see
way,
here.
every duel is just as much of an intimate dance as intercourse.
Morning with some pretty quick openings on Blonde here.
Oh!
The last time these guys dueled, Blonde did take the cake, but not this time. Morning actually takes the win pretty convincingly against Blonde. Yeah, very clean match. Wow.
Ending it with a triple feint. Our admin asking, "Were you ready? Do you need a redo?" Like the practice.
No.
Alright, they're look at that Morning. What a chap. Saying, let's redo it. Let's redo the championship.
Wow. That's
I want to at
beautiful.
least take a little bit of damage. I don't want to look too good.
It just didn't feel right, you know?
Right.
Or maybe
Take
he
2.
wants to show off twice, yeah. Oh, Morning's not having that feint.
Woo! Blonde here really failing with these feint reads. And there, that's okay. He hits him in the legs. Good jump.
Blonde really good at mitigating those hits. Ooh.
Oh.
And he follows through quite confidently in that hit rate. Not really too worried. He knows at that point, the damage is going to take is minimal.
Morning ass 8 is another quick start.
Achieve right at the same page.
What a
if,
chat.
if this was anybody but Blonde, it would be like him BMing him, but they're quite good friends, so I'm not going to attack. They're just having fun.
Greatest thing about this community event,
What do you expect to get banned today? I think either of these teams really hate something.
Okay, guys, so blue team takes the victory there. Well played by Blonde once again. Another easy win for him. Morning just not able to keep up, unfortunately. The Messer is stronger. Oh crap, the music's still on. Hold on, let me turn that off.
It's hype for the duel. Was this another Nat Hook and Kyle playlist, or is this your own?
They did message me and they told me if I played any music that wasn't their own, I would not be allowed to cast any tournaments in the future. They're in constant contact with Skills Pay Bills, also the owner of Venatus, and if I even try to play anything that isn't approved by them, I will be DMCA'd or DCA. So
You're gonna have to go to a dance party if you.
yeah, it's gonna be. I gotta be careful, you know. All right, so Stinker, you're more the authority here, I think, on like knowing about these players as individuals. I only really can tell you much about Morning, Ren, and Blonde. The rest of them I'm not as familiar with. So, just seeing these lineups, who do you think's gonna take the cake here?
Oh, this one's definitely a toss-up. Both these teams are strong and have a decent amount of balance. There aren't any like crazy weak links on any team. You look at let's see. I mean, probably the weakest players, as most people would probably agree on the server on both teams, would be Slayer and Frazzle, the Knights. And both of them have actually been playing quite well recently, so I would actually put them even. And the team is only really as good as their weakest link, as teams such as Cranberry's team have pointed out or made an example of in the past this tournament. So as long as the weak links put up good performances, or at least the very least don't die, then the rest of their team can mop up well. You have another body on the field, and that's pressure, at least from one angle. I think both of these teams have an opportunity to take it. I think a lot depends on communication and the way they shot call, especially on objectives like Sluice in the final one. I'm not sure exactly who they have doing shot calling or coordination, but big strats equals big wins when teams are equal on individual skill.
Do y'all feel that like is Jeremy the shot caller on the team? Or is that
I'm not
unknown?
sure. I think that was what Nathuk was thinking earlier. He tended to think that it's a team of quiet players for the most part, so
Okay.
that eventually someone has to kind of step up and take the coordination, especially if they're on the back foot somewhere. If you have people who stay silent, that's a recipe for disaster. But they wouldn't have made it this far if they didn't have some sort of coordination. So I'm excited to see a lot out of the Vanguard pairs.
The 3v3 tournament, the morning one, I believe right afterwards, we discussed that two of the three members there barely spoke a word during the match. But that's a lot different on LTS than TO.
There's a little bit more moving parts here in Team Objective, as we all know. LTS is a little bit more, you know, just hitting your head against the wall over and over again until eventually you break through it.
Yeah, both teams have incredibly very high-performing Knights in Blonde and Ren, respectively. Both of them have been playing very, very well this tournament. Blonde has been popping off, so has Ren. I think if I had to favor one team, I would slightly favor Mason here, Jeremy's team, only because I believe the Vanguard pair of Jade Raven and Jeremy has a slight edge over Morning and Strato. I think Strato has a lot more experience playing Knight than Vanguard, but looks like we're going to get started here. A mirror of compositions. We've got Longsword Messer, Zweihander Halberd on Agatha. On Mason, we have a Maul.
Love the Maul. It was very exciting to see that.
And he's got two Mauls. He's got a baby one in his pocket, just in case.
Has had a Maul in your pocket. He's happy to see me.
Okay, as per tradition, we're going to have the rats here ratting around on the sides, looking to match up. Pretty strong frontal engagement. That Maul is not able to get a lot of damage out. He's getting pressured pretty heavily by the Vanguard. Saved by his other teammate there. It looks like Agatha is convincingly taking this engagement.
Yikes. And he stammed out. He dies. They barely even took a hit.
That is a tough position for that Maul to be put in, just under constant pressure, not able to get anything out of it. He already switched off it. It looks like he's switching over to Messer now.
You love to see an array of 1-0s distributed across the scoreboard. Shows a lot of team coordination.
Okay, so there's a 2v2 going on the side. A bit of a split engagement in the middle. Dirty Red getting flanked from behind.
Jared does take the rat 1v1, and another decisive victory from Agatha. The 2v2 was one on one side, the 3v3 on the other.
The 2-0 is still across the board, by the way. So
Wow.
Being even in their killings, making sure that no one feels left out.
Yeah, those numbers
That
were
is
quite hot.
It's pretty wild to see.
One of the knights was AFK in spawn. He's gonna get to this engagement late. I probably communicated that because they hold up a little bit.
Guys,
Okay.
wait, he says, but Agatha says, no, we take the fight to you. Back in the Vanguards into the corner. Jeremy comes out of the corner with a quick stab on Morning. Jade Raven and Slayer following up. Ren with hopefully heroics, but looks like nothing this time. Mason does take it 2-1 in the fight ratio so far.
Certainly not a clean mop-up from Mason there.
TK, I think Jared was doing a great job dueling Red, but this one he just kind of went to run away from him and try to get hits in the back. I think he ended up just dying to the MAA chasing him.
It's a proven fact that the more fights you lose in the row, the more flaily your team gets as a result until you win a fight.
Looks like Morning's trying to open up the engagement in the middle, getting that Man Arms into the fight early, but it just opened up opportunities for him with his Knight push so far in. The Vanguard's hitting up the back line, rotating to the front, but wow, Straddle coming in without any issues, and Jared cleaning up his mess after him. Now, Blonde and Jeremy still left alive, but they get taken down too.
Agatha just Jared popping.
Yeah, Agatha is really just systematically taking down Mason one by one in these little 2v1s, and they're so quick about it too. It's crazy.
Yeah, Agatha's won 3 fights to Mason's 1. All 3 fights have been very clean, while Mason's 1 fight was sloppy with a TK. 7 minutes on the clock, and so far very promising for Jared's team.
We're having Jared on Man at Arms really showing up on the scoreboard early on.
Red pushed up pretty far right. He's gonna get 2 Agathians back him, so 4v3 in the main fight. The MA is still alive. Red dies now, but Mason's able to clean up the main engagement. 3v3.
Ooh, nice hit by Blonde there, and really good switch. He's getting some support. Jared can do a lot with that Vanguard being on a stand. They're very close to dying. Got a little bit too confident in his 2v1 there, though. Should have taken a little bit more time, probably. Not sure if he's at a stand or not. Good play so far.
That's going to be a bit of a rough stagger, too, considering the cart was pushing. But now the Knight's got to run off of it. The rest of his team heals.
You know, they do... it is an even fight at this point. There was a bit of a desync on the Agatha side.
We're still missing one. Okay, MA comes down now.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was the fastest class to die last, so it was making it a little bit awkward. Okay, so an early pick by Morning on the back line. So we're seeing Mason here
back to a 1v or 2v4. Whoa,
really just need to focus these people here. We got Jeremy and Jared here going at it, both being very low on stamina.
He's gonna be able to get there in time, but he's 1 hit.
Can Jared redeem himself for the TK? Shameful early in the fight.
His attention, he's not worried about winning that duel. He's worried about stopping that cart. Dirty Red needs to pull out of this situation as quick as he can. That's going to really cost him. He gets the pick, but the spawn is so far away. I don't know, guys. That's a rough one.
Yeah, they're going to push up as 4. Where's the 5th? Where's Jared?
A bit of a split engagement here with Agatha and Mason. Wow, Mason pulls it out on the right. I don't know how they did that. The left side just surviving for so long here. Wow, Mason should not be winning as well as they just did there. That was insane plays.
Very clean overheads from Jeremy with his Y.
And look, we missed the rat duel. Oh no. Okay, no, it's okay. It's okay, guys. We got it now.
Okay, so they're going to have 2v4 on the card now.
Incredibly heroic knife there. Not enough to stop Blonde's misser. And Mason look like they're going to push it in from now. Not much Jared can do here.
Oof. Nice shot putting down Red there.
Having 4 here sitting, stalling their F1s, 4 Agathians defending is kind of big. Unless this Vanguard gets picked, which would be unfortunate. But
Blonde is trying to get a pick. Oh, sorry, that was Slayer. Excuse me, guys. I got a lump in me throat.
Yeah, Strider may have struggled a little bit last series, but he has been absolutely popping off this one. That's some great stuff. Yeah, I think he was 5-2. He's had a few deaths in a row, but
what was the time in the first objective? I missed it. Sorry. It
was a little under 5 minutes, I believe, roughly 4:30.
Okay.
maybe.
444.
Chief's got it up to 444.
Man on top of
Okay, so not a terrible time.
early projectiles landing.
Blonde here taking some early damage. He's in a duel with Morning. We got the grudge match here. Morning panic parries with no stamina. You hate to see it. Blonde's going to go in for that fake reverse feint. Feints into the feint. Punishes. Wow, and he goes for the gamble on that combo feint.
Great job on Agatha to win a lot of the 1v1s there. Clean it up.
nice bit of duels.
In the past, we've seen Dirty Red do a very good job positionally, shutting out the enemy rats and forcing them either into the duel or into the engagement to where Dirty Red can hit him in the back. But Jared's been doing a very good job breaking free and being part of the engagement. This is reflected in the scoreboard here.
Woo! 2 parries in a row. I love parrying projectiles. It just looks really fun.
Yeah, it honestly is. It is a great feeling.
Ren wins his knight duel quickly and rotates it over, and everyone just died there. Jeremy picks F2 with his Y, but they're just gonna heal up. I thought one guy was live. It was right.
So in the night showcase, Slayer doing a little bit worse than Frazzle here, having a little bit of a hard time dealing with the Vanguard lineup from Agatha's side. Perhaps Ren is making a solid amount of space. I'll have to keep an eye on it.
So we have the Knights tight to the wagon here. The Vanguard's going to support from atop on the Mason side. We're getting a 3v3 on the left. Pretty spread out. That Knight on the Agatha order is just getting in the back line. Ooh, really nice punish by Slayer there. Morning, really good fake switch. But Mason's just cleaning up behind the wagon, pushing through. That is a very unfortunate TK.
Slayer, he got the kill. He doubled his kills, but then he had a triple it too. No matter what. Taunting the enemy with a standard C taunt.
What a classic
Slayer is a menace to both teams.
Ooh, beautiful parry by Blonde. Okay, so we're really seeing Jade and Jeremy showing up. Like Nate said earlier, these Vanguards are just on top of the board. They really have the star power here.
Jared ran all the way across them. Okay, a nice 5v5 fight. I like to see. Okay, but they all split up into duels, except for a 2v2 in the back that Dirty Red gets the first one. He gets 2.
It's okay.
Left.
We saw a switch here by Jeremy. He used his stamina to do it. Great fake switch by Strato. That was power.
Strato God.
It's been very, very even so far. I'm happy to see such a close game. These engagements have been almost like split right down the line, 50-50.
Yeah, there were just a few in the beginning there that were, a bit more lopsided, but I think Red is starting to pick up the pace here. And Red is pulling back. They're waiting for their teammates to support here. Agatha's going to get caught off. They're not all together here. Red needs to punish this. Okay, so the Vanguard's taking damage early on. He's trying to get supported, but he takes the trade. Blonde is pushing through the middle. He's getting attacked by everybody, though. Oh, what a nice
Red's
switch.
on the cart, though, this whole time.
Dirty Red. And you know what? With all that progress, he can win this if he plays this well.
They're both bloody.
Oh, he gets one.
Ren
takes the trade for the kill on the other night.
At this point, they're all spawned up there. They're right behind him. Strato's coming in with the secondary. And now he's just going to die late and probably hold back the other team. Oh. Okay, so at this point, he did a good job. He lived for a long time, but now it's a 5v4 fight, so you got to just, run away for 20 seconds so you can just go for it.
I honestly think the longer he lives there, the worse in that scenario.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if the cart's not moving, he almost negated the amount of cart push he got on there. You might as well have F10'd.
I think once you start a fight like that, and you see the third person coming, it's just a very small chance you'll be able to win a fight like that.
Blonde gets a nice 2 kills.
Wow, Jade! Jade,
they're gonna get
the winning here.
They have the 2v1, but look, the 2v1's at the bridge. By the time they get there, I guess, okay, that Man-at-Arms pushed up ahead again, because he spawned late.
So we just saw Jade take on the one extra player there by himself. That was pretty insane. Blonde was so quick to winning in his fight that he was able to rotate and help out Jade. So Dirty Red dying didn't necessarily mean the worst thing in the world. They get an early pick. It's turned to a 3v3. Playing side to side. Wow, Jade and Dirty Red working together here while Blonde. Jade, Jesus, dude, this guy's off the goop. Yes. And look at this. Slayer and Jeremy now are here to support. That was sick. Really
Yeah,
well
with
played.
with their performance on the second objective, that definitely tilts the time bank in favor of Mason for sure. But again, we have wild card sluice coming up.
Jade
Everyone's
leading in both
favorite.
kills and assists.
Yeah, it could take 1 minute. It could take 30 minutes. We don't know. So, Agatha seems to be dominating mostly in this area. It looks like they're going to try to hold spawns here as long as they can.
The sluice gate, arguably the most important objective on Dark Forest, but unarguably everyone's
Jade!
favorite to play.
Probably...
If Jade... Oh my goodness.
Jade just killed everybody again. Wow. Jade is just not turned off.
How much did Jade go for? It must... Hopefully it was a lot.
Yes, the slave trade. How did it go again?
He was 69 points for Jade, actually.
Ooh.
69.
A lucky number for a lucky man.
Oh, 69. Yeah, Nathuk, you act surprised, buddy. We see through you. Okay, great.
It looks like Mason's going to take this convincingly. They're starting to rotate people onto A. They already have someone on B. This could just be it. Jade gets, again, 2 kills. Jared's going to be able to hold on B, and it's going to be Slayer of Childs. Okay, never mind. Here comes the rest of the Masons. And
wow, insane
that
rotation.
Is very fast sluice.
Fucking Jade.
Dude, 17 minutes yet left here on the third objective.
That is absolutely massive.
Jade grabs half the kills in that the 6 deaths that happened on Agatha.
Yeah, that is a Jesus moment, Nathuk. Like I think someone just went into Jade's body there and like sort of gave him the power of Christ. Just playing like an absolute god right now. Insane.
Almost thought that was Stinker for a minute.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I played Rat this tournament.
Wow, disgusting.
Wow, great punishes by Dirty Red and Blonde here, just cleaning up this Knight and Man-at-Arms combo. And they're going to move on to the Vanguard here. Really clean sweep here. They should just take this momentum right to A, honestly.
Jade's biggest nemesis.
That's 2 fights. They won both fights on both sides. They can really push through here and get a lot of damage dealt.
2 running to C, but Agatha spawn just came up. There's 3 there. Slayer of Child's Play with an amazing alter LMB. They're going to make almost no progress, though, on it. A will be almost dead by the time they get there, but all 5 Agatha are coming. 2 are about to drop down. They're going to pop it open, but they're going to probably die right afterwards.
Huge 2-piece by Morning. They break the door. I think that's definitely, like, they're definitely happy with that, considering how fast they took Sluice. They have 15 minutes on the clock. They can take this. Like, if these fights continue going 50-50 or 60-40, as a matter of fact, in terms of Mason, they're going to want to, they don't want to really do any fancy shit. They kind of want to just take these fights 5v5 and win them for the most part, as they have been doing, especially on second objective. They take this slowly but surely. They'll set a really, really fast pace.
Jade in a 2v1 in the waterfall. Rest of the team pushing up towards A. Jade taking a lot of early damage. Dead.
So A looks pretty convincingly taken at this point. We're gonna move the camera over to B. It seems to be some progress going on there. Not sure if Agatha's gonna be able to push onto that and stop it. They may just be letting it go. I'm not sure.
I think so. They're there. I think they ran back to C. They saw one Mason running there. They made a miscall. At this point, B's about to be opened.
Just A and B were totally uncontested.
Morning's gonna drop down, but it's gonna be a little bit too late. He's just gonna run away.
Agatha at this point,
clear up the Masons.
Probably needs to clear them out and then reset. Oh, but they're getting picked. Not playing efficiently. Good switch by Strato, but he gets hit in the back by Jade, and Jeremy wins. Oh man.
This time is going to be very hard to beat.
Jesus.
Unless Agatha puts up some absolutely massive heroics here on C.
So the crowd is demanding that Shadow comes in and saves Ren's team. That is being demanded, or Jared's team, sorry.
I think they need the 6th player. Not even a sub.
Yeah, I think that'd be interesting. 6v5 if you're losing.
Jade rocking easily over a 3 KDA right now. Again, most kills and most assists. Just laying down damage everywhere.
Jade continues to impress me. Every match I see him in, just absolutely ripping through everybody.
This just in, the halberd is a good weapon.
So they're doing the 5v5 on C. If Agatha loses it, they're going to lose probably the whole objective. Jade, of course, gets 1, gets 2 on Ren. He's gonna start making progress on the door now.
This
Dirty Red
is
clean him up.
huge.
Is this it?
This is it, guys.
Not a single Mason goes down. That is 1. Jeremy wanted to at least have Blonde die.
They put 2 on the door. The rest push through. I'm not quite sure.
See, very close. The door's now open.
Agatha is
4
trickling
Masons
in
still
here, just getting
though.
surrounded by the Masons.
Slayer of Childs keeping him at bay. That's taken at 13-16.
And that's it, guys.
Damn.
Wow.
Jared may have won the first series earlier in the bracket against Team Jeremy, but Team Jeremy is back.
This pace is going to be very hard to beat.
And they do this. It's definitely possible. It's definitely
Perhaps
possible.
perhaps with the heroic sub of Shadow, who knows?
Yeah, maybe then they'll be able to pull through just on momentum alone, you know. Well, what you need to do is you need to get Shadow into the opposing team's Discord to insult them for about half an hour before you play, and that should tilt the side in your favor.
That really is the crux of all internet games. Is if you make the other person angry, you win.
It's true.
Absolutely. And
That's why I advocate teabagging during tournament streams.
It's also something in real life too, you know. It's seen as unprofessional and under a microscope in competitive gaming. It's why it's frowned upon so much. But a game like this, where it's a very small, close-knit community, you know, we can't do much about you being semi-toxic in a game. It's just a strategy you can throw on top of your play.
it's been, fun to be. Go ahead.
It's really your job to not get tilted, unfortunately. It really just comes down to you.
I mean, at this point, most of the Chivalry players have been playing this game for like years. So a lot of them may have been younger and perhaps more immature then. Do you think now, at least, that most of the veterans are playing here older? Do you think they're less tiltable? Do you think they've grown?
I don't necessarily think it's just because of their age. If anything, it's more to do with the fact that they don't play the game as much. And coming back to it when you're not as invested, I don't think it'll take nearly as much of an emotional toll on it if you were playing day in, day out, you know, if you really consumed yourself into this life once again.
Absolutely. And even if it's not like I don't know, even if you continue to be invested, the amount of chagrin you get from being butthurt and everyone realizing it, and then having to crawl your way back for seconds, basically, it's a little bit humbling. Once you get humbled once or twice, then you learn better. And most of these players have at least once or twice. I know I have. That's
a very good point, actually. That's something I definitely experienced early on, and it's why I stopped playing the game. You know, at a younger age, is because it's just like, man, I can't go back there. All the shit I said, oh boy.
Yeah, and because everyone knows each other, it's not like you can just fade away into obscurity and like go play a different game. Like you get buttered in CS, whatever, start a new life, change your name, play Valorant. Here it's like, what are you gonna do? Play Shiv 2?
Yeah, the community is gonna be so much less toxic in Shiv 2, guys. 100%. It's gonna be just for fun. There's gonna be no egotistical competitive scene. I promise, guys. It's not gonna exist. Okay, just like how there wasn't one for Deadliest Warrior. Okay, no one's gonna.
Deadliest Warrior had a pretty wholesome scene from my experience.
Oh, really?
Except when you started fainting them.
Yeah, that is true. But like, cause they would do like real scrims, where, like they almost kind of role play. Like you'd have all the Spartans make like a shield wall, like marching down. It was really crazy. But the few matches I did was just so dumb. It was a pleasure.
Bonding watch parties around the campfire of the Spike TV show Deadliest Warrior.
I can't believe that's still a game like that. That's like such a memory for me.
I really hope at one point we can do some sort of tournament with Deadliest Warrior, because it would be really funny to see. I don't think.
Take all the Shiv players who've never played it and throw them in there.
Like the finals for this tournament, we could still bake in Deadliest Warrior.
Throw them into that awful 2v2v2v2 mode that Deadliest Warrior had or whatever.
Yeah, that was
the
most
most ridiculous. You gotta be the
ridiculous.
same class too, so like you're both pirates and both ninjas.
Most ridiculous idea, man. But it was hilarious.
The knights who are allowed to have halberds in that game always mopped up.
Yeah, knights with halberds, like. It was hilarious. Just Vikings throwing literally everything they possibly could at you. The pirates, like, basically one-shotting you with their pistols. Like, it just was such an insane mix.
It's pretty great with the Vikings. You throw your axe, you throw your main weapon, you throw your shield, you throw your shoes, and then it's like at that point you just run away.
And the voice lines were. It's like they just took the guy's voice acting and turned it down like 4 pitches. It's hilarious.
Well, we're here to celebrate an even deader game than that one. So what exactly can we expect to see out of Jared's team here? I think they're gonna have to set a really, really fast pace. Their sluice is gonna have to be equally quick. That's like the only way.
They do have a sub coming in for Strato, which would be interesting.
Oh, they have Shadow has entered the battlefield.
Ask and you shall receive.
Wow. Jade went 29, 13, and 17. They finished with 13, 12 left. Wow.
I mean, at least looking at the scoreboard at the end of that game, match 1, like he was just so much higher than everyone else. If they just prioritize shutting him down, like if he's the biggest playmaker, that could be big for Team Jeremy.
Did Sorry, go ahead.
I meant to say Team Jared.
Okay. Did they have spears and or a brandy? I don't remember seeing one.
No, I don't think so.
It might be
Tourney.
Halberd's wise on the Vanguards.
It was double halberd versus halberd is why.
It might be better to go a weapon that can really shut down Vanguards, like you said, Unborn. Like maybe even a Sword of War at this point, just to focus them. Because you know,
gloves are off when someone puts out a spear. Very true.
I'm assuming spear to Sao combo will 2-shot a Vanguard.
Deal with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just run. What was it back in the Hyperion days? They'd go double Sao, double spear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do have Shadow subbing in. What do you guys think the difference is skill wise between Shadow, Strato?
Well, Shadow plays Knight, from what I understand. So it means we're going to see Ren on Vanguard most likely. Yeah, we are seeing that switch.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually think this is really intelligent from them. Strato was struggling a little bit. The combo of Jeremy and Jade Raven was definitely stronger than Morning and Strato. With Ren pairing with Morning, I think we're going to see a little bit more synergy and a lot more stopping power from their Vanguard lineup. So hopefully this is the switch they needed as we roll into the first engagement of the map.
I'm all back on Slayer of Childs, by the way. I forgot if he dropped that or not. Slow to engage. Man and Arm is about to be down on the outside.
Ooh, nice backswing by the Knight in the middle there on the Mason side.
The Maul of Slayer of Childs gets the first kill, but then Mason's cleaning up like they need to.
Morning seems to be DDoSing or lagging once again. Very awkward. His team... Oh, no. Okay, never mind.
Very kind of him to sit back. He understood what was going on.
I looked like he was lagging for a second. I got a little confused.
The refs say he's clear. It's hard to be a Wi-Fi warrior these days.
Yeah. Well, I definitely don't think it's intentional. Just by the way...
Also, we do have a brandy on Morning now, so we may have some stream listeners here sharing some suggestions.
Yeah, well, Ren is a huge fan of my stream, so he's probably watching it right now.
Well, there's a ridiculous amount of feints coming up in this duel with Ren and Blonde. He's going to start rotating over now. Jared's going to get Dirty Red for an early pick. A Vanguard in the back, some down. Jared's going to get 2. He's picked up 5 kills already in his first 2 engagements. And they're about to get a 5-man wipe here. Yep.
Wow, 8 minutes already under the bridge, guys. That is a big push by Mason.
Clearly, Shadow is just the best gamer in this draft tournament.
Shadow staying strong in the middle. Yet to die.
Dirty Red.
Man-at-arm duel. Did Dirty Red get too far? He's going to be able to escape, no problem. But look at this Knight pushed up too. Some team damage is going to go on, but Blonde's going to actually live for a little bit longer. He's going to go down now to Jared. Ren's going to get TK, making back to a 4v4. Jared again just fucking destroying, picking up a lot of picks here.
Ooh, Jeremy
just
with
left
the
down
nice
to Jeremy.
Another one.
Jeremy seemingly quite angry after taking 95 damage from a Brandy Stock stab. Doesn't matter though, as Ren ends up cleaning
Is this
him
gonna
up.
be it?
They get the
Wow.
Very
Doing
fast.
it 2 minutes faster, and Jared 7-0-1, never died during this whole thing. Ridiculous. He's now in a 4v1, refusing to die still. He's gonna kill Jade Raven. He's still going. His team's coming up now. Jared can't get the perfect game. Slayer of Childs will take him down. He's back off the maul. He's using the messer again. A couple more team kills coming out, but whew.
This
Jared
is a strong Mason
popping
push.
off.
Wow.
They're setting a good pace. They're doing what they need to do with how absolutely insane Jeremy's team took that last objective. They definitely need to set a pace like this. We're kind of, our jaws are dropping the floor here, but this is what's expected in order for this to be competitive.
Man, I'm having trouble keeping up. This is insane. I'm just like, I'm stunned. And it's the second one here, Nick.
Ooh, some early damage on the morning. Standing up there. He'll actually get caught through the card. Jeremy's going to take him down 5v4 now. Frazzle's winning his duel, rotating over to the main fight. It's 3v2. On the back of the card, a lot of feints going back and forth. They're not quite going to finish it off in time. He's going to get help from a knight, but I don't think Agatha can stop them. But Blonde gets it. Ooh. Oh, Blonde gets another. What happened there?
Blonde with the ghost swing through the parry. Everyone loves to see it.
He's still going. He's stopping the card. He's buying a good amount of time for his team to show up, but he'll go down now, and now they're going to take a 5v4 fight, but at least some of the Masons will be bloodied, perhaps. Morning not going to get a time to fully regen. We'll see if they go in. He's back on the mall. I just love the mall. We also have a spear now on Jade Raven. Jade Raven wanting to shut down Ren, maybe after seeing him swap to the Vanguard.
Oh, he's here to, he swaps to the spear to shut down Morning on the Brandy.
God. Shows you my Shiv knowledge.
Ooh, an early pick by Slayer. I think this will be the first time we actually see the card stop here.
Blonde makes a swap to the Sao.
Two kills with them all.
They're definitely responding in turn with their weapon swaps. They want to take care of the Vanguards, so Mason takes their swaps so that they can have a stronger Vanguard lineup, and Agatha responds in turn by swapping their weapons to counter it. And they still have the Maul to deal with the front line, and that's kind of important since now their front line is a little bit weaker on the Knights, the Mason side. The Maul can clean up a little bit, so very strong. We'll have to see how hard Shadow can press LMB on the Poleaxe.
Wow, really good feint.
He starts off well.
Yeah, really powerful.
Damage. He kills Blonde right away. He gets another one on Jeremy.
One. Shadow just hunting down the opposition here. Well played by him.
Holy smokes. That was one of the quickest engagements that I've seen.
You know for a fact Shadow is swearing into his mic right now as we speak. And it's an excitement.
I do think they took 0 damage during that fight. 4 of them pushed up here now. They're going to run into 4 of people from Agatha, though. The dice rolling on their side. Jade Raven getting an early pick with the spear. The Knights from the other spawns rotated over now. Blonde's going to pick him up. Slayer of Child still mauling out with the Maul. 3v1 fight. I mean, at this point, why don't you just F10? Like, some teams back in the day used to, I think, be really, like, trained and diligent about that, where you just kill yourself if you were the only one reigning. I don't know. His spawns with everyone else, so whatever.
He caught the wave. I definitely don't think Mason expected. They were like, yeah, let's push up 4 of us, and even though they weren't healed, they're like, okay, yeah, we'll just pick off the 2 that spawn here, close spawn. But 4 Agathians spawn that side.
That's
roll the dice going in their favor.
Mason a little bit split up here. It's his first fight. 2 v1. Frazzle's going to be keeping 2 of them occupied. They're doing a lot of team damage. The main fight they've been able to take it, but now they have a TK into Jared. With Jared God gone, can they do it? Dirty Red fighting Ren. Ren's running out of stamina. He's going to be dead in just a moment. And now a convincing fight from Agatha. As we just have Morning who'll die. I don't think they pick up any of that fight. I don't know. They were pretty discombobulated there. A lot of the Masons were pushed up. I don't know if they were trying to throw themselves on the card to get some progress, but weren't able to get any kills.
Yeah, no, I think these swaps are working out very well for them.
Jade Raven also, really not popping off as much as he was last series. Reining it in a little bit, saving it for the sluice gate, probably. Dirty Red parries a swing coming from Jade Raven, and they are just cleaning up now. 4 dead, just Blonde. Blonde running towards the cart. He's going to see all of them there. He's just running towards the spawn instead, waiting for the team to come down. There. Mason's healing up. One of the Vanguards, he's going to cut off Ren, maybe a little bit too far. He's going to count him near come from the other spawn. One Knight drops down. He's going to be in a 4v1, though, for a short period of time. Jared literally not even looking at the enemy. He's going to turn around now, though. He's toggled on. 2v4 fight.
He's activated.
And he's just going to run away. They're going to get the movement speed chase to catch up to him. He's going to have Slayer to turn around if he wants to. Shadow, pardon.
Ooh, this can be big for Agatha if they get these 2 picks out. Ooh, but he counter picks it pretty hard there. Ooh, and Shadow
a
just
lot
getting
of
so
damage.
much damage off. He does eventually go down, though. Oh, man, that actually means a lot for them. Agatha's not going to have the momentum to push now. That's a big deal.
They don't, but the time is now ticking down a little bit. I mean, the sluice kind of nullifies all. It's sort of the king of this map. But if Mason can get this within the next minute and a half, the next 2 pushes, and then get the sluice in 1 or 2 to 3 pushes, then they're on a decent enough pace to maybe win the map. But it's really important that they take some clean fights here early.
Looks like they might have one here. The Rat's running onto the cart. Shadow picking up 2 kills here. Gonna go support him.
Jared with a very smart play. They'll probably get the sluice dropped at this point unless Agatha can
Agatha
counter.
spawns were really fast. I think maybe Blonde can get there in time. Blonde will, but he's gonna be in the 1v3 if he drops.
Their
He's
Shadow's
dropping
looking like a
now.
raspberry, so
Oh, he's banking on the 1 HP kick kill, but he didn't quite get it. Cart's still going. He's gonna catch.
Ooh,
Whoa! Jared
what was
out.
that,
He's
Excel?
really
And there's
nice
2 from
Excel.
Blonde here. Blonde is online, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
Blonde the dreidel.
I want to
Sitting
see
like
that.
a
I want to
madman.
see that Excel clip. Holy shit. That's
so
hard.
so on offense, Jeremy's team took this with a little bit over 8 minutes left, but they got the sluice in 1 fight. So we're
And
gonna.
they did. The Masons need a miracle because even if you do sluice immediately, they still did the final objective ridiculously fast too.
Oh,
what,
absolutely.
Three,
But with
three
how fast,
engagements.
with how fast they took C, yeah.
Oh look at the brandy above. I don't know if they call him out now. They see morning.
I do like Morning's
back him up
positioning
for
here.
it.
Ooh,
Right
they need to
here,
push this
Frazzle.
advantage.
He's
Agatha
bumping
needs
onto
to
the map. He's got
push.
3 people on him.
Morning is in such an awkward spot. He's staying alive as long as he can. Shadow's going to get punished 1 by 1. It's a 3v2 now. Very winnable for Mason here. They can
think that was
one-shot that
great
Man-at-Arms here. Oh, but he saves him. What a great team player. Wow. Jeremy and Jade, man. Just playing.
Jade Raven has pulled out the bill hook. The gloves are officially off.
Oh, is he using the bill hook? Oh, man. He's got the skill hook out.
Statistically the best weapon in the game.
Palasier would be very happy right now if he was here to see this. Palasier's smiling somewhere right now because of Jade's choice, and I'm really happy about that. So interesting decision here from Agatha just to hold. It's very awkward to push at this point. It's very easy to get flanked here.
Shadow's going down really early. Slayer of Child's going to get 2. He's going for the 3rd now. He's going to miss it by just a moment, but there he is, getting 3 kills in the engagement. Frazzle will pick up Blonde, but no one else dies. 9 minutes now.
Someone call CPS. He's slaying the children left and right.
Unfortunately, Palasier passed away. He's not here with us. Internet death. F in chat for Palasier, everybody. The skill hook will live on in our memories.
We'll have the skill hook engraved on his tombstone.
I think everyone's really just picking up by Agatha. I think that's they're holding so well. Dirty Red and Slayer popping off. Jade Raven, like, I mean, do you think he's not performing as well because of the target or the weapon swaps?
Yeah, I honestly think
I
it's just
think
a
so.
focus, yeah.
I think so. You don't mop up as well, but he's having more impact. Like, if you can shut down Mason's Vanguards, which is what these swaps have led them to favor heavily, then the Knights can mop up a lot more heavy, especially if you have a Maul who's performing as well as he is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll notice every single round here, you just have Jade focusing those Vanguards heavily.
Very intelligent swaps in play from Agatha. You love to see it.
Blonde with the Sao now. I don't know if he was rocking that before.
Yeah, he switched that earlier in this objective.
Alright, again, they're just a 5v5 fight right in the garage. All healed up. All 5 running down center.
Yeah, so as Entry pointed out here, they only have 5 minutes to get the rest of the map. And it looks like they might just take this objective here, sweeping through the opposition. That Knight's running down the middle, hitting the Vanguard in the back there, and they're going to get this card in. They're going to get an extra 5 minutes to the clock. Yeah, they're going to literally need to not stop here. This is absolutely insane. So the sluice can be literally done in 1 push, but the King objective cannot. There is a...
Oh. They didn't push it far enough.
Wait.
What are you doing? It was an inch short. I mean, that's what, 5 seconds? That could be it?
Morning is not pleased right now. Let's get a close-up climb on Morning. Okay, he's in the fight.
Imagine you weren't paying attention. Like, if Jade Raven and crew got there a little bit earlier and started a fight, you didn't see the cart, you lose the fight. Ugh.
I want
man.
the end of
Heartbreaking.
this map. I want the end of this map to come down to like 5 seconds, and then they look back to the little bit they forgot to push the card in on second objective.
All right, so
and
it's
that's
going
the
right
reason they
now.
lose.
Okay, so
Wow.
I think
That's really
Jared needs to win
no
one duel.
way.
No
maybe?
way. No. Okay.
Okay.
Jared just AFK the robot, but he's fighting now. They're super close.
Oh, they lost it
Red
on the
will
B.
That was dumb close though. If they were a little bit luckier with the spawns, Mason would have had it.
Shadow
Jesus.
channels the LMP on A. He's there, but he's got to run away. Morning takes the 2v1 versus Jade Raven, and now they're stuck wondering, what do we do now? I guess we regroup. Agatha has the question now of, do we push up? They don't. They're taking the 5v5 fight. One of them's going to rotate over when the fight starts and make life hell for the Masons. Shadow gambles the LMB, doesn't exactly work. Meanwhile, down below, Mason mops up handily. Now we have Farazzle stuck in a 1v2, gets taken down. Hopefully they win here, the Masons. That'll be their opportunity. Shadow drops down, leaving Morning at a 1v2. He drops down 2. There's now a 2v1 happening on A, 2v2 on B. This could actually go in favor of the Masons, but as I say that, unfortunately, no. Actually, Ren does take it.
Red took A, but the rest of the team ran to B. They got the close spawn. And he's going to have to run away now.
Their
Actually,
time
they
is
have
ticking
two
down
on
heavily.
If you don't do it this push, you can't possibly get the next objective.
They have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left according to Entropy here.
That's disgusting.
I don't think it's possible.
Minutes to do the rest of the whole game. But Farazzle with a nice overhead taking out Slayer.
Yeah, well, they get 5 minutes from finishing this objective, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 minutes for Sluice, but if the ending timer was like what, 13 minutes something.
I don't think it's possible at this point, unfortunately.
Maybe if Jeremy's team just gave up.
Yeah, maybe if they all F10 simultaneously, then
Continuously.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Continuously. Thank you.
Because they would have to probably die like 4 times for them to get out here. But
wow, that was
impressive showing by them right now. They're still giving it their all, trying to finish Lisa Sluice. Nice duck coming out by Morning. Ren trying to win the 1v1 duel to take A, and on B they have it for just a little bit. They're gonna have to fight 2 knights. Ren wins it, so now they're doing this duel.
Ren with huge impact.
Some team damage coming out. More team damage. Jared might be able to win this in time, but the rest of the team can be spawning up now, coming over. 1v1 duel back on A now. It's been too long. And Jeremy will kill Ren, stopping the push, perhaps the hope of Team Jared.
This is the ultimate grind of Sluice, is having this back and forth between the objectives. This is very classic. I've seen this so many times, watching, casting, playing in tournaments, and it's just it's like a never-ending grind. You know, you win one side, you lose the next, you group up, you make a full push, you don't kill them quite enough, you take too much damage, you forget to push spawns. It doesn't end.
Well, they're stammed out now. Some are falling down. They have Ren on B. Ren's going to rotate over to A to try to win the fight. He's not rotating back to B. They're maybe calling that way. They might have it, but Dirty Red getting 2. And they're cleaning up handily. 8 minutes on the card. That's it. Team Jared gets defeated here. The incredible timing by Team Jeremy on offense means they're shut down here early.
And with that, the tournament dreams for Jared's team have collapsed. It's unfortunate. But the show must go on, and Jeremy's team has passed the torch.
Ooh.
Or they're carrying the torch, rather.
Yes.
Okay, so we're not going to continue it, guys.
Actually, there are no torches. We're not even playing Outpost.
Wow. So the highlights of that match definitely were Jade and Blonde on Jeremy's team there. We're really bringing it in that second match. Just counterpicked the opposite side into oblivion.
The weapon counterpicks was what sealed the deal, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, very early on, we actually saw the Mason side, Jared's team, just like absolutely stomping through. The cart didn't stop, but once those weapon picks happened, the cart was stopped for majority of the match. It was It was just insane. It was how quick that momentum shifted just off of which classes they were focusing. Pretty insane.
So that's gonna put Team Jeremy now in the losers bracket finals. And then what's our next match to do?
I think that's it from me. I'm not sure if Nate has me scheduled for another stream or not. I don't actually. Let me double check.
Oh yeah, he just said in chat that we're switching streams here.
Okay, yeah. So we are moving things over to another streamer. Are we taking a break first though? Oh, we're going to Zaxo. Okay, not wrong. All right. Does not matter to me. So 5:30. So we got about 15 minutes left here till we move things over.
We're a little ahead of schedule. I think we can start whenever his accessory is ready.
All right. In the meanwhile, unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about before I switch things over, I'm just gonna put on some more videos.
Not at all. I need to use the washroom.
Good. It was a fun match to watch. Thanks for letting me join you today.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, guys. I had a really good time participating in this tournament. Really appreciate Nathuk for inviting me and letting me cast and stream. If you guys enjoy the stream, please remember to follow. Of course, we're gonna put some more videos on for you, but that's gonna probably be it from me.
Only in the near future. Perhaps we'll see you back again? Question mark.
Yeah, maybe.
At the very least, it was fun casting with you again.
Yeah, actually, we have some old videos, Stinker, on my YouTube channel still. I think I've hidden them, but I'll send them to you. Of you and I think it was Bellator versus EQ, I want to say, and we were casting that match.
Team.
Yeah, it was quite a bit of fun.
The EQ gods, I'm sure, won. I can't imagine anything else for the training ground team.
Oh my god, man, it was just wild. We had
EQ was the ultimate Shiv scene funnel.
Yeah, that's so true.
Recruit to pubbers, turn them into LG or whoever members think. Whatever the scene needs.
It's like, okay, we've trained this player in the fundamentals. You want him now? I think he's ready for the game now. That's kind of what EQ was. You were doing God's work on board.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, and with that, we're going to switch things over to the montage. So thanks again. We'll talk to you all later.
It's been
extension.
Bit, so very strong. We'll have to see how hard Shadow can press LMB on the Poleaxe.
Wow, really
Quite
good
hard.
feint.
He starts off well.
Yeah, really
Blonde
powerful.
early damage. He kills Blonde right away. He gets another one on
Another
Jeremy.
one. Shadow just
Oh!
hunting down the opposition here. Well played by him.
Holy smokes! That was one of the quickest engagements.
The Maul can clean up a little bit, so very strong.
How do you have enough stamina for that?
I didn't think you were gonna win that. about
Dude,
it,
that's
man.
so gross.
He's trying to repost.
He does it all
Behind
the
you, Bill.
time.
Oh no!
I'm alive.
Bill!
still alive? Yeah, I'm
I
still
help
hitting
you, you
him.
help me, Bill! Ah, after all that I can train.
I'm still going.
Hit him!
Go, Bill. Oh no.
I'm sorry. Oh man.
Alright, you guys push out after you kill that
Kick
Someone has to help. To help. To help. To help. To help.